Hello, guys, and welcome back to another Uncensored. I'm here with Kieron, as you can see. Obviously, just carrying on with the Uncensored podcast, as we said we would. Um, I'll start off. Obviously, I don't know if Kieron has seen this, but Donald Trump did a speech. Forgot when it were. But the BBC dubbed over his voice and changed it for something else.
Did they really?
They changed his voice for another speech. So, like, he was saying, like, we will march down to somewhere and we will fight with them. But the proper speech was, we will march down and support them. And BBC, BBC is all over the UK. We'll admit that it's probably even worldwide now. But yes, they changed the speech of Donald Trump, and we're supposed to pay for the TV license, and the BBC is supposed to stay biased. Well, if they are staying biased, why did they change Donald Trump's speech?
That's a good question. That's a very good point.
It's a well-known fact. The BBC is not biased. It supports Labour, whatever Labour says. I remember a while ago, and this was on live on TV. Remember when it was like a lot of council elections and council elections when Reform more or less got what the seats they've got now?
Yeah.
One of the women who worked at BBC, she still works there now, like shortish blonde hair, said, Reform, they'll not get any seats, no one likes Reform, they're all rubbish, people were agreeing with her. When she found out Reform had won more seats than council, she went, and Reform, are you social like that? And Labour's lost out, man. And who's gonna reform? You saw her face drop, and I'm just thinking, this is not the typical BBC. It should stay biased no matter what.
It should be a public, like, obviously it's public news anyway, but it should be like there's no favoritism.
Yeah, exactly. But
just because you don't like, just because you might not like Nigel Farage or Reform UK. I mean, I know a lot of people are saying that they don't want Nigel in because there's obviously there's reasons, there's good reasons and there's bad reasons.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of reasons. I've seen one reason at the minute, which obviously is one of my topics about him lowering the minimum wage.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
according to him, he has said that a young person who maybe 16, 17, who gets the lowest minimum wage,
yeah,
they are earning too much and they should be getting less than what they get. Now, only way I will agree to say, okay, I agree with the minimum wage cut, is if cost of living goes down.
It'll never go down.
If cost of living goes down, then it will. Then a lot of people will be happy about the minimum wage going down. But if the minimum wage is going down and it's just going to keep going up and up and up,
which it
with
will,
the cost of living, which I think it will as well. How are you gonna put food on your table? Are you gonna keep a roof over your head?
I don't know.
Are you gonna put clothes on your back? And if you've got kids, are you gonna put clothes on your kids' back?
I mean, I don't know. I do agree that cutting the minimum wage is terrible. Yeah, if like you said, cost of living comes down, I would be willingly say, yeah, that's a brilliant thing. Bring it down, but it's not. It's not gonna go down. Even no matter which party gets in power, next, it's not. The cost of living is just gonna go up and up. That's the whole point. No, I mean, it's very rarely that anything will come down like the cost of living comes down. It doesn't come down. It just stays going up, and up. That's
it's because someone was saying that it was Nigel's thing to get us out of Brexit, and it was him that got us out of got us Brexit to leave us, to let us leave and everything, and cancel it all, that we had before. But what I've heard is he's blaming, which I which I'm surprised. I'm surprised he ain't got bricks thrown through his window yet for saying this. He was on literally live streaming it on I think it was X or TikTok as well, and obviously GB News did a coverage on it as well, saying that the only reason things are expensive now is because people are coming over here illegally.
I
Now I'm
mean,
not being funny, but things have been expensive even when I were a kid.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't believe it's that the illegal immigrants coming over. I don't believe that. I mean, not really much. I mean, when you were a kid, how? I mean, this is going completely off topic, kind of. But when you were a kid, how much was a Freddy bar?
Freddie, oh,
They're about
well, them
10.
Freddie, them Freddie, them Freddie Frog
Yeah,
pennies.
they're about 10p, weren't there?
Well, I think I remember seeing them for about what, 10, 20p, something like that.
Exactly. Right. They're nearly 50p now. Now I know people are going, well, it's not much of a difference. It is. When we were young, they were 10p. Now they're even 50p. It's like what? You know,
I mean, that's a breakfast shop we used to go to sometimes at school. People used to get like a sausage sandwich or even an egg butty or chip butty and that lot on the dinners and breakfast. And well,
mm,
not chip butty for breakfast, but
yeah, I know what
they
you
used to
mean.
get like sandwiches when we were at school.
Hmm.
They used to cost like what, £2 or something like that. Now,
£2.
£2,
Most
yeah.
I've ever known something cost, if you're on about the same shop I am, was £4.
Mm.
£4. Could you really go to a sandwich shop now and get a sandwich? A sandwich, like a bag of crisps and a bottle of pop for £4 now?
No.
Nah, no, it's not.
You're looking close to 10, 20 quid now. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
15 quid at most.
yeah, exactly.
Listen,
It,
I went to chip shop literally the other day. I fancied, I thought, oh, fancy some fish and chips. I had one for a while, so I got some. Back in day, probably cost you what, a fiver.
something like that. Yeah, yeah.
So it's nearly costing you like 20 odd quid, nearly 30 quid. If you get
Exactly.
delivered, obviously the
Oh,
delivery fee goes up as well.
oh man, trust me, it is outrageous. It is. So I don't agree with Nigel, doing it. But going back onto what I was saying, um, every news reporter company, no matter if it's BBC, ITV, GB News, Talk, whatever, the news should always stay biased, but it isn't. I mean, you'll never hear I mean, obviously I watch BBC News a lot, and well, I watch a lot of news. I do like watching the news, but when you watch different news things, you start to realise that you'll hear like GB News and Talk, who will talk about women, girls getting raped and you know stuff like that, sexually abused. But you don't hear BBC talking about it, or ITV, or Channel News. You don't hear any of them. It's like, oh yeah, they don't hardly talk about any migrants coming over.
Only last time they ever said, well, I don't really watch ITV news much now because I saw something the other day about someone saying that ITV news and BBC news are just reporting what they got told to report.
Exactly, they don't.
You know, and last time someone said that I don't know if it's true or not, but someone actually said that there's when they were talking about guy who um I can't remember his name now. Him who got stabbed them three girls.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. I
Yeah.
can't. I don't know his name, but yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Was supposedly according to someone who watched it, they weren't supposed to share that information on the news. They weren't supposed to share that story. And the person actually went back, who actually did that story, got a warning and said, if you don't report if you don't make a news, if we said to you, right, do a bit about, I don't know, ASDA, just say
Mm.
for
Yeah,
instance,
yeah,
you need to do something about that. Don't say, right, here's 5 minutes of news that you can say, and then here's a topic, and then jump onto another topic.
yeah.
I mean, when COVID was around, they were reporting everything.
Oh yeah,
You
I
know,
mean,
people getting like well known on TikTok for doing like videos. Most viewed TikTok videos because TikTok was blowing up
mm,
when COVID was around, and then now now COVID's disappeared and we just got to live with it and just cope with it like it's a normal, common cold or just a disease we can easily fight.
yeah,
You don't know much about it. You don't hear nothing now. Even
no,
same with that Jamaican storm. Who's talking about that?
hardly
There's a
anyone
storm.
now.
There's a storm in Jamaica. There was video on it of the other day. Someone said that no one's talking about it. So a lot of people who don't know about it have gone over and found out they've had to get stranded in the hotels because they just can't go anywhere. Because obviously the storm's that bad. Obviously, I've seen bits of videos,
Oh yeah,
and I'm just glad I'm not over there. Supposedly it's that bad. It's even knocking out the power. So
well,
if you're watching TV 1 minute and your power goes off, you're just going to sit there and hope it comes back on. And same with the LA fires as well. Not a lot of people were talking about that for ages, and now it's gone.
yeah, exactly. I mean, thing is, the news is not the news any day. You know,
It's
they
not.
are, they've been told what they can and can't report, and that's not what it used to be. When all the news started out, it was, letting the public know what is going on. But now it's like they report stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that the news companies don't report. I mean, like them stabbings on the train that happened.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they reported that, they covered that every inch of it, that said two people got arrested, the person who got charged, they named him and everything. Yeah, that were all good. But it's the case of all the other stuff you don't name. There's so much stuff that's happening in the UK, and the big news companies are like, nah, nah, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And then you get the little news companies, like GB News and Talk and people like that, who will report it because they think the public should know. But like with BBC and RTV and all them, they decide what we should know, what we should do.
A lot of people are starting to watch GB News and talk
Mm.
because they were saying that well, someone who I can't remember who I don't know if it was Talk or if it was GB or if it was GB News because it's obviously they both share similar stories.
Yeah,
But one of them that attacked someone with acid is going to be released by the end of this month.
that was actually another one of my topics.
Yeah,
But like I said, before we get into that, we'll end this topic and we'll also like end yours because it kind of ran into one. Like I said, with the news, it literally it never used to be biased, and it is now. I mean, changing speech. Yeah, some people like Donald Trump, some people don't. Some things he said I do agree with. Other things I'm like, yeah, I can
yeah.
see why people don't like you. But you don't change the speech. You shouldn't. It's not in
It's not.
your.
It's not the first time they've done that though.
In it, I thought it was the first time they've done it.
I don't know. I don't. It's obviously it's not the first time America's done it because there was. I don't know what it were, and
Mm.
this is only. I'm only going on what obviously what I've seen
Yeah,
because
what
obviously I
what
remember
you've
you
heard.
saying that. Yeah, but when when they said like predicted the future or the Pentagon's going to release pictures of UFOs,
Mm.
and then sometime in the future they actually released pictures and a lot of people saying, "Oh, that's proof that aliens exist," and now we know aliens exist. We're going to have all these different things come
Yeah.
to Earth, and and there were people threatening that Earth's going to blow up and everything. When they did that, when they released the Pentagon images, and there was someone talking over it saying, "Oh, this is what they've seen." I don't know who was the president in that country because obviously I don't really follow the
Mm.
American who was going to be like president over there. But it wasn't Donald Trump. He wasn't in charge about them. But
Yeah.
they even changed the when whoever was the president around that time, the actual or prime what do you call it? Yeah, president.
Yeah.
they actually did change their speech. They were saying summer, and and you can see their mouth doesn't match what they're saying, but no one picked up on it. And some people did pick up on it, but when they picked up on it, they said they claimed it was, what do you call it when you like when you talk and
Yeah,
your mouth
yeah, I
doesn't
know what you
match the
mean.
words. They were saying that the cameras were malfunctioning, and even though he might have said something, it could have been a 5 second delay.
That's what I'm saying though, it's like how can these news companies get away with it? You know, I mean we're literally paying the BBC's wage, which we are, you know, with a TV license. It should be a case of whatever we think, we don't care, we'll report the news, you know, when we're off air or when the cameras aren't on, yeah, we can give our opinions. I'm not saying that they're not allowed opinions. They are, you know, you can put your opinions on social media like a lot of people do. But to actually change the speech to make him seem more horrible than he already is, it doesn't work. You know what I mean? He's already the prime minister. No matter what you change the speech, he's not prime minister, president. He's already the president. He's no matter you could change all his speeches, he's not going to resign. He knows people don't like him. Only time he's gonna not become the president is when his time is up. That's the only time he's gonna leave.
Well, but I remember him saying though on a speech because he were all over Twitter because he's obviously on Twitter. He's back on Twitter now, and Donald Trump or
Yeah,
X, whatever you call it. And he actually did say, he says after his 4 years is up on this one, when he leaves like this time, if he doesn't get elected to have another season of being the what do
president.
you call it, president, uh, he said that if someone else takes his job after that, he's not going to bother fighting because he's like 70 something year old. He's nearly pushing 80.
Exactly, exactly.
And Donald Trump said he'd happily die in the White House, but he knows he's probably never going to get that.
Probably not. I
You
mean,
know, because he's not going to be the president or prime minister, what do you call it, president forever.
president.
It's
Yeah,
like he wants to try and be like Putin. No one's took me apart from Putin, who was like their like prime minister, president, whatever you want to call it in their
yeah,
country.
leader.
Yeah, before it was Putin, everyone was just like, obviously there's people before him, but ever since Putin's took over, he's making sure that he stays in power.
Exactly. No one.
Russia's like a dictatorship.
It is. Yeah. You run
No,
against him. You know, there's a chance you're going to go missing. You know,
yeah,
or
so
something's going to
no one's
happen.
gonna vote. You know, you try and vote for someone else, you'll get a tank outside of you. You're gonna change your vote.
It's like
You know,
I'm
don't
not.
move over to the, you know.
I'll not vote for him next to it. Fuck, there's a cannon there. Are you sure you're going to take that box? Nope, I'll take this one, thank you. Like that, you know.
Post it
They,
through your little here. You post that through to you.
yeah, it's like that. Just there you are. Just to make sure that I don't die. Yep.
Oh,
But
just man. I think
it,
if we had that, the country would be in a worse state than what it is.
we'd get someone who's absolutely useless, Keir Starmer. Someone who doesn't care about the UK public, Keir Starmer. Who only wants to fund their, you know, fill their pockets, Keir Starmer. Who literally only cares about him and his family, Keir Starmer. You know, I mean, I can't think of anyone we've had like that, Keir Starmer. You know, we had no one like that. Keir Starmer's never done out like that. Yeah, whatever.
We've had more use people like Theresa May and all that lot.
Oh, we've had worse people. We've had
Yeah.
better people, but
I mean, people used to slag off Margaret Thatcher,
mm,
but she were against immigrants as well. She was saying, "Oh, they shouldn't be coming over." So, and like I said last time on last podcast we had, but people are going off like it's a new thing. People have been coming over to this country for years.
do we even come? No word of a lie. And this is literally no word of a lie. Even when she was the prime minister, people were still coming over then,
Hmm.
but it was controlled. It was
Yeah,
controllable. It weren't like.
come over here, you get a job. Don't scrounge off benefits.
Well, no, they could do that, but it was like they come over. What's your name? You know, they had to come over, like passports, documents, stuff like that, so we know who they were. And if they didn't, it were a case of, well, if you're not going to tell us who you are, give us any idea of who you are, piss off. You know, and that's
Mm.
why she was called, one of the reasons she was called the Iron Lady, because she didn't take no shit. You know, she didn't, you know, it was a case of you come over here, what's your name, where's your passport, da 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 da, piss off them. That was it, you know. Now we've got Keir Starmer. What's your name? Okay, well, there's a 4-star hotel down there. Do you want to go to it? Yeah, okay then. Thanks. I'm going to tax the UK government so I can put more people in hotels.
Yeah, and you're going to get a brand new iPhone or a Samsung. You're going to get an electric scooter, probably even a new car as well. And it's going to be a big, even though it's going to be a little tiny flat or hotel, whatever. The rooms are going to be the same size. The house about 20 people.
Yeah. They get free driving lessons. They get free plane lessons if they want to learn how to drive a plane.
See where that's going to go.
And if they want, and they also can get free art lessons.
Well, I don't mind them. I don't mind the art lessons because obviously the art, art's all right. It's kind of people class it as being like a therapy type of thing. Driving, I think they should pay for it.
Everyone has to.
Because if we have to pay for it, like I said to you last time, if we went over to their country, we'd expect to live by their rules.
Exactly.
Like in Dubai, a woman can't. Like in this country, or even in Spain, a woman can walk around in the summertime in like shorts. She can let a bit of skin out.
Yeah.
A man can walk around with his top off. In
Mm.
Dubai, a woman cannot walk around showing skin off. She's got to cover it head to toe, just leaving enough room so she can see, right, her eyes. You can't hold your partner's hand, man or woman. If you get caught doing that, you get arrested.
Friggin'
Can't
it.
have, can't do no kissing in public. Can't hug in public. Can't touch anyone unless it's behind closed doors.
You've just.
So yeah, so I'm just saying. Go back to what you were saying. If we went over to their country, we'd have to live by their rules. So they come over here, they live by our rules.
You just reminded me of something. When I was a kid, I went abroad. I think it was Malta I went to with my mum and dad. We went in this kind of church museum kind of thing. It was a church, but it also like had the history of it and everything. And my mum weren't allowed in because she was wearing shorts, and she weren't allowed in. She had to wear some kind of sarong around her shorts because you weren't allowed. A woman was not allowed in there, showing her legs off. So she had
Some
to
countries,
wear.
some countries are like that. Some countries say,
Exactly. you know, my mum didn't kick off or out like that. She was like, yeah, sure, as it says when in Rome, But
mm,
over here, I mean, I always said it's not their fault. I mean, to be honest, if you could get what they would in a different country, you'd go for it. You would.
yeah.
You'd go for it. It's the government that are allowing it.
Mm.
And going on to like say your subject as well, which we'll move on to now. How can he expect the minimum wage to go down when Labour's gonna leave us in? I wouldn't even know what state we're gonna be in. In 2029, I think's next general election.
Yeah.
If Nigel does get in, which a lot of people are saying he is, if he knocks the minimum wage down, you know, he's gonna like make it a lot worse. All the money that Labour's borrowed, give away, whatever, he's gonna have to make all that back, but by knocking the minimum wage down, it's just gonna make people worse off, and we're just gonna be as it is now.
It's just going to make him take longer to get that money back anyway.
Exactly. It's a
I mean, I've heard,
case.
it, I've heard it's going up soon.
Exactly.
It's going to go up, and then by the time it goes up, it's just going to go over. They're making more money as it goes up.
Exactly.
Because if you're making less money, they're making less money. Probably making
It's
more than what we'll get, but they're making less money if everyone else. Especially if people don't work, or if people go, "Oh, there's no point working for this wage because I get more. I get more on benefits and that." Some people would say that.
exactly. I mean, he says that he's gonna get a lot of people off benefits, which obviously, I think that's the best thing to do. But it's a case of if he is gonna cut the minimum wage, he's just gonna force more people to go on it. You get whatever you get on, benefits, but you go to work, you get a lot less. You just think, well, what's the point?
Exactly.
And then he comes in, slashes your wage by off. You're gonna think, what the hell's going on here? Why am I working, like so many hours and walking out with something like we'll just say for around figure 50 quid. You think, then he comes in,
Well, it's
cuts
only
it, you're
like
getting 25. Like, what the hell's going on here?
it's only like when they did it in America when they were building when Donald Trump was building that wall. To that borderline wall.
Yeah, Mexico.
Yeah, people were coming out like going to work, not getting paid for anything.
Exactly.
And it's I'm taking your wage off you so I can build this wall. Excuse me, Donald, you've got how much in the bank,
Well, it's
and
not
you
just
can't
that. He's
afford
got a
to,
massive hotel. He's got Trump Towers for crying out loud. How much does that make him? I can guarantee that makes him a fortune. But
exactly.
obviously, man, trust me, it's ridiculous. We don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I think end of the day, you just gotta hope for the best, ain't you?
I mean, someone's got to come round and just wake up and just look at the country and just go, hang on, something needs to change here.
Oh, definitely, because the way it's going, it's man, and I'm not saying Nigel's gonna fix it. I'm not saying Kenny, whatever her name is, Kenny Bates, a conservative leader or any of them. I'm not saying that I think they're going to do it. They do it. We don't know.
To be honest, whoever gets in power next, even if it's Nigel or not,
Pardon
they've
me.
got to. They've even said that they've got to fix. Because Nigel did say when he gets in, when he because he's confident he's going to win the election because he's got
Oh
loads
yeah.
of new followers and even young people are voting for reform and he's got through to the young people to hopefully make their future better
Mm.
and brighter and everything. And he even did say when he gets in, so he's confident he's going to win. But I think whoever gets in, the mess that they have to clean up, which is what Keir Starmer has made,
Mm.
that'll take a good year.
Well, I mean, they're in power for about 5 years, I think, 4 or 5 years. It's going to take them at least half of their term to reverse what Keir Starmer's done.
Because
And
he's got rid of freedom of speech, hasn't he? Keir Starmer.
Apparently, I mean, this is what the UK has always been known for: freedom of speech. You say what you want.
Mhm.
I mean, what I'm about to say, I know it's going to go down like a lead balloon. We might as well just let Hitler win. If we can't have freedom of speech, we can't say what we think. We have to, say what people, we've got to think what people tell us to think. We might as well just let Germany win. Because that's what it
Mhm.
would have been. Nah, what Keir Starmer is literally doing is telling us what to think, how to think, when to think. I'm
He
sure
even
Hitler would
said
have done
that.
something like that.
Someone actually did say that on TikTok. Actually, a couple of I think it was a couple of days ago. Actually, they actually said if Germany had won in World War Two and we were under German
Yeah.
leaders and everything, they actually did say when you go to if you go somewhere, like just say for instance where you live and where I live,
Mm.
if we went to a different area, to a different shop or something, or a different pub or a different diner or whatever,
Hmm.
and they walk in and they don't recognise you being in this area, you got to have a legal document on you, like a passport or an ID, you know, to say what sector you live in, where you'd come, which sector you come from. And if you give them that and they go, okay, they ask you for a bit like, what's your business? Why are you coming up here? Business, pleasure, and they just ask, and then you have to answer. And if they said you can't be in this area, couldn't go and see your friends like you can now. it'd be a case of what you'll pay for. Is it gonna impact us? No. See you then.
in it.
You know, are you going to attack us? No. Is it gonna benefit? Are you going to leave us alone? Yeah. You can't go and see him today. You know, there'd be no such thing as marriage and getting a partner. Because if your partner lived in another area and you had to like cross them borders to get there, and they're good, not seeing her today. But you know, everyone would just be
It'd be
single, and everyone would just be more or less just like you said, nation of doers, not thinkers.
exactly. I mean, closing both first topics. Um, I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. We just hope the next person in power actually does the right thing. You know, actually
Well,
listens to his voters.
hopefully, I mean, a lot of people don't want Nigel in because they said he's racist and everything like that. But I think most people they'll get a bit of dirt on him, and then they'll try and convince people to say like, "Don't go for him" or "Don't go for her"
Thing
or
is,
anyone
though,
around.
how can it be racist when his girlfriend, partner, whatever, is a Thai?
Mm.
She's from Thailand, so how can he be racist? Someone in Reform UK, I don't know his name, but he's half chat and he agrees with Nigel. So how can he be
Yeah,
racist? It's the case of what it is. Nigel's got the backbone to say it's what how he sees it is what he sees it. He sees it like something. He's just going to say it like that, and that's why people are racist because he's saying it as it is. You
I
know,
mean, yeah,
it's just daft, man. It really is.
but I don't know, man. It's a bit weird, but yeah. I mean, obviously, I just think it's stupid how they can, like it's like you just said, he's got the balls to say it. No one else has because he's got balls to say it, and they don't agree with him. And then people are just stuck in their own ways, and people are comfortable living the way they're gonna live, and they're all right living the way they do, and they just go, oh, we don't want to change now.
Mm,
Especially the old generation
yeah.
who actually support Labour. They just go, I ain't got long left on this planet now, so what's the point of changing it? You don't
Yes.
change it, even if you don't see change in your lifetime. You
You're
see,
changing it for the future generation.
yeah. I mean, like them things in London with the fireworks and that lot, people aiming it at the cars and
Mm,
houses and everything. That happened in Sheffield, London, Doncaster, Birmingham, Manchester, anywhere.
yeah,
Well, probably all over. You
yeah.
don't want you don't want your future generation, your grandkids or your future kids or grandkids growing up to do stuff like that when they get older. That's
No,
like, you may as well just give them a gun and say, "Here you go, blow some cars up, go and shoot some windows through." You may as well do that
yeah,
because fireworks do as much damage.
Do GTA in real life, but instead of
Yeah,
weapons, fireworks.
I
It's
mean, a few years ago, I think it's when I think it was New Year or bonfire night a couple of years ago. Um, People messing with fireworks,
mm,
and a firework went straight up in the air, went straight through someone's house, set house on fire. And I don't know, and someone said there was animals in there, and it killed the animals. Obviously, it killed them. The
exactly,
family was out. The family was out at a bonfire.
exactly. It's ridiculous.
So and people, like I said, like I said, giving people access to fireworks. Yeah, they might, don't sound to anyone who's under 18, but I think they should raise that age straight away. You
Yes,
can't you can't buy alcohol until you look like at least 25 or over. So you should
true.
get so you shouldn't be able to get fireworks unless you look 25 or over.
Tell you, man. I mean, speaking of future generations, this will go on to my next topic. Now, I wanted to add this topic because I know this could affect something to do with you. Right? Labour are scrapping the old school system, so they're not bothered about maths, English anymore. They want to make sure that the generation now, so obviously, your kids at school, isn't it? So instead of him learning maths, English, he's going to learn how to tell fake news from real news and learn about the environment. Now, tell me something. When we were at school, it was maths, English, science, whatever, whatever. What do you feel as a parent that your son's not going to be learning no maths or English, he's going to be learning to tell fake news from real news and learning about the environment?
Well, learning to tell fake news and what apart from real news and fake news. I mean, obviously, environment. Fair enough. Everyone, some
Yeah.
people can care about the environment.
Well, it's climate change,
Yeah, so everyone needs to do the bit for
Yeah,
environment.
yeah, I understand that.
But about the fake, how to tell fake news from real news, and and that lot. I don't think. I mean, only way they're gonna get that go into action is if there's no such thing as money,
Exactly.
and if we don't have to pay his bills anymore.
Exactly.
Because so we didn't get told this at school, but we got told. Oh, I did, and I think you did as well. Your key subjects to get you through life is maths and English.
And
Because you need
fucking,
to know how to write,
yeah,
obviously write stuff,
yeah,
spell things.
yeah,
You need maths, obviously, to add your wages up,
yeah.
add money up when you go into the shop.
Tell the time so
Uh,
so you don't work at
yeah,
time. Yeah.
obviously, if you get change, if you go to the shop and buy something, count your change, make sure they haven't scammed you for getting less change.
Mhm.
Uh, pay your bills, go to the shop, buy things. I mean, that won't happen unless money and bills becomes
Yeah.
nothing, because then there'll be no need to learn maths and English. If money's not going to go in, I mean, in my opinion, you'll need money. Everyone needs to learn
Yeah, yeah.
maths.
No matter who you are.
If you got a wage, just say you got paid, and
Mhm.
they went, right, okay, I get paid from the work tomorrow. How much do I get paid? And then you get paid, just say grand, right?
Mm.
Full time wage, 1,000 something, right?
Yeah.
Or if you're working part time, you'd get whatever part time wage is, right? You look at that and you go, you just say you got 500 quid, just say, for argument's sake, for
Yeah.
part time, just say. You'd look at that, and if you didn't learn maths and English, how to spell 500,
Know
how
what
to like,
500 looks like.
yeah, without you knowing what that amount looks like, you'd be looking at it going. And if you're living with your parents and you're young enough
Mm.
to, like, if you're like 16, 17, and you're still living with if you're living with your parents or living with anybody, you'd probably ask them and go, "What's that say?" And then you'd like, and then if they obviously your mum and dad or anyone else would go, "Oh, it says 500 or 1,000 or whatever."
Mm.
So people are going to struggle with money if they're trying to scrap maths and English, because we learned English to write our own names, spell certain words, write sentences. Obviously maths, we had to do like little times tables.
Yeah.
We had to add up, we did times, take away, divide by,
Yeah.
all that stuff. And, times tables and everything. We had to do all of them. And then, to take that away, only way that'll probably work is if there's no more bills and no more money coming into the country.
Exactly.
And if everything becomes free. Because
Exactly.
then what are you going to need to count money for if there's no such thing as learning maths and English anymore?
Exactly. It's the most stupidest thing I've ever heard. What have you learnt today, son? I can tell if BBC are telling the truth.
I just got question. Well,
Great. Thanks.
thanks for that. That's another reason why I don't pay why I'm not paying my TV license.
Exactly. It's a load of shit, man. It really is. You need two subjects at school, maths and English. Or maths and whatever language you speak. You need it. It's the main thing. But, yes. Instead of learning your times table, we're going to learn if a car burns so much fuel, sir, that's maths. Oh, yeah. Is it bad for a car to burn fuel? Yes. Right, that's climate change done. It's
Yeah,
rubbish. Yes,
it's daft. It's crazy. It's crazy.
yes, I agree. Everyone needs to do the part for the environment. They do. Yes, I understand that. So yeah, teach it in schools, but don't take it over maths and English. You need maths and English in a day-to-day basis. Day-to-day basis, you need maths and English. Oh no, it's better if we can tell them what fake news is. Okay, here's some news for you. Don't watch BBC. There you are. You're done. Cool, what is that? Is it? Just don't watch any big news companies. Watch the small ones because they report on anything because they don't care.
Yep.
Man, oh, literally, Labour is. I mean. I haven't liked Keir Starmer from the first time he come in. You've known that I didn't like Keir Starmer. I would have rather voted. Well, if it were between Keir Starmer and Rishi, I would have voted for Rishi. I'll admit I did. Right. So obviously, when Rishi got in, he had a good idea. Keep people in like studying or in school or in education until they were 16. Get them to learn maths and English. Brilliant job. Great. Keir Starmer, I want to know about fake news. What? Are you stupid?
Well, he did say his dad was a toolmaker, and he made that
Yeah, he
very
did.
clear.
He made a big, massive tool. He's the freaking prime minister. My dad was a toolmaker, and my mum was a nurse. Congratulations, you had great parents. You're a tosser. Deal with it. My dad make tools. Yes, I'm looking at one right now. The biggest tool he made. Probably the biggest mistake he made as well. My dad was a toolmaker. He should have kept his tool to make sure he didn't make that. The biggest tool maker, yeah. The biggest tool he ever made. He should have kept his tool. Freaking heck, man.
Oh, should have put his hammer and chisel down and just left it.
Exactly. Leave it there. Wrap it up. There we are. I'm taking some time away. Oh, fuck, man. Right, go on then, Kieran. What's your second subject, my friend?
Oh god. Well, the second topic I was one of my topics that I actually
Yeah.
did read about, and yes, that's why we need maths and English to learn how to read as well. So that's proof that we need math, that we need one of the subjects. The story that's been going around on Google News and also on Facebook as well, because like I said, I follow a lot of news things on Facebook as well as like multiple news
Yeah, there.
companies on there, like everything like that. And they're on about this old story, bringing it back up again, and it's becoming a regular thing now, where people are coming forward saying that they've seen or found Madam McCann.
She's dead. End of
And
topic.
everyone says, that she's dead. And obviously, you said your opinion. You know, most people think she is, but they're saying that a young woman, come forward and said she may be the daughter, because in her home where she's living, there's no pictures of her when she was young. There was no pictures of her from being 1, 2, 3 year old. They're all from her being as the age she is now, and she's like in her 20s now. Like in like early 20s. This,
Hmm.
what she were. And some people said she was 18, but a lot of people saying she was 20. So she got a DNA test, and it did not get in. She come back saying she wasn't. She had
Alright.
no connection to the family whatsoever. So obviously the family did a little bit of a speech saying, "Oh, we're sorry for the woman. Sorry to know you're not our daughter, but thanks for coming. Thanks for coming
Coming
forward."
forward, yeah.
Another woman has come forward, and they're saying she is the daughter, but the family are not saying she is or isn't.
Because she's dead.
And a lot of people are saying she's the daughter. She's got the test results saying that she is, but the family are refusing to say, "Oh yes, you are our daughter. Let's make up for lost time."
Because she's dead.
Same with the Ben Needham situation. No one's found him, and his
Because
mom,
he's
his
dead.
poor mom, is fighting to see if he is still alive or to see if any news about him. But yeah, I think all this story, it's like literally, it's just literally coming every a couple of weeks now. We've seen some new footage that maybe she's alive.
Oh,
Is this the woman? And then you read about it, and it's rather she's not or she is. But the one that they're saying she is, the family haven't come forward to say yes, it is.
thing is, right, what I'm about to say is all rumours, right? So obviously this could be true, could be false, could be whatever. Could be tater water for all I know. Right, so I think Madeline McCann's dead. Right.
Most people do. Most people think she is. Most people believe
They
she is,
went
and yeah.
on holiday. They went out with their friends and they gave, and it's this bit is knowledge. They gave their daughter a sleeping tablet.
Someone said she did. They did, didn't they? Yeah,
Yeah,
horribly. Yeah.
right. She wouldn't settle down. They gave her another one. Now, I don't know how many they gave her, but a young kid cannot have a normal full sleeping tablet. I think they gave her too much of a sleeping tablet, too much of a dose, killed her. That's my opinion. I could be completely wrong, but that is what I think. I think that they gave her too much of a sleeping tablet, it killed her. Because if you take too much, if you overdose on sleeping tablets, it can kill you.
Obviously, it's a drug in it in a way. So
Yeah,
it's going to
exactly.
overdose. You can overdose on any drug. Yeah.
Exactly, and that's what I think it is. I think they overdosed her on sleeping tablets. They came back from the meal with their friends, tried waking her up. Oh shit, she's dead. Felt their pulse because I'm sure they're like doctors, I think, or something like that, or they're in the
Yeah, yeah.
medical profession. Felt her
Sometimes
pulse.
they'll check the pulse there, or they'll check it on the wrist
Yeah,
because
because
sometimes one pulse is weaker than the other. So sometimes they check both of them, and then they decide if she's alive or
yeah,
not.
because the one in the neck is the last one to stop going apparently.
Supposed to be, yes, yeah,
Yeah, so
supposedly.
obviously they'd have checked that shit, she's dead, we need to get rid of the body. That's what I think. Now,
Well, some people, some people actually do believe that she's, not no longer, with living anymore. But thing is, when people come forward, a lot of people are saying if it is true that the woman's supposed to be have got a match, why aren't the parents coming forward?
I don't know, man. I really
Why are the
don't
why
know.
why are the parents sit there going? It's like the parents sat there going, "Oh, they found her. Yeah, let's just pretend she doesn't exist, and we'll go for the one over here that's not a match for us, but we'll pretend that she's the one that's came forward. But her face is all over the news, and her face is match. She's got certain characteristics of her, and if you and side by side, obviously with AI generated
Yeah.
images and what she may look like now, they do have similar. She has got similar features to her.
Thing is, I mean, for the family, I hope she is alive. I really do. And I
Yeah.
hope they do find her. But I literally think, my personal opinion, I think she's dead. I think that the.
Most people believe she is dead, and obviously, it's a harsh reality that some people have to accept.
And
Uh, but it's just I just don't you just don't want people coming up. I mean, imagine someone was saying like not just for the kid, but like just say you've lost a family member like your mum
yeah.
or
And they
or
keep
someone.
coming up, I am your mom, I'm your dad, I'm your long lost sister or some. Exactly, you're going to think, just piss off.
Mm,
I mean, obviously, with Ben Needham, I don't know. I did hear a rumour on TikTok, so it's only a rumour.
mm,
Apparently, his parents actually sold him. Now, I don't know. I mean, like I said, TikTok, not everything on TikTok is real. Some stuff on TikTok is a load of rubbish. But I've heard
exactly.
that his mom and his stepdad went on holiday, and they sold him. I don't know if it's true or not. Like I said, it's just a rumor I heard on TikTok. We don't know if it's true, but my personal opinion, more or less, if you're not found within 24 hours, the chance of being found alive, it goes down to more or less zero.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That
And
is
I,
100% true.
and that's what I think. I literally think they are both gone. You're not found 24 hours. That's it. Like I said, I think they're both dead. I would like to.
Most people believe she will be dead, and a lot of people have said she is at the bottom of the ocean, but we don't know this until And then with people coming forward, it's getting a lot of people's hope. Well, not I won't say hopes up, but it's getting a lot of people to go. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. It is a hard thing to do finding someone,
Yeah,
and it is, and like I said, only I mean, there's no argument going about that with that young lad who they found dead in abroad.
yeah,
Supposedly
I remember that.
he fell down, hit his head, didn't get back, didn't get back up. Obviously, internal
It,
bleeding on the
it,
head and
it,
that. But
yeah, it does happen.
yeah, it killed him. But supposedly, a lot of people saying someone killed him, but then they're saying a lot of people saying he didn't. They're saying he said he, died on his own. He
Yeah,
was walking
on a
and fell
Claudia.
down, smacked his head, done. But if they can, and a lot of people. I mean, I'm not gonna like say they should have done this with they should have if they can find them they can find her. But the thing is, a lot of people are saying if they can find him, why can't they find her?
Exactly, exactly.
But some people need to be really think that's the most dumbest question you can actually ask because yeah, technology is getting better with finding people and technology is getting better and better as the years goes on. But thing is, they've probably got like if I mean a lot of people are blaming the parents for Madeline McCann's
Obviously.
disappearance. But if you've got only thing they gotta do is just find some DNA of you, and then your DNA is not gonna be on the software.
No.
But if they put your DNA on the software, if I just say you touch, your bedroom door,
Mm.
and they said, all right, your DNA is gonna be on that door, and they can get a good clear swab of it. They put it in the database, no matches because you haven't done anything against the law. But yeah, and then obviously, but if something matches your DNA, then they'll get right. Is DNA is that matching? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's it. So, but thing is, a lot of people are saying that as well. Get DNA. But if your DNA is not on the database, how are they going to find you?
Well, they're not because it's not on the database. Obviously, as soon as they get the first bit of DNA, that's it. Oh yeah, it's that person. Okay, we can add it now if we find anything else. But it's like to put it on the first time. It's like how are they going to do it? They can't.
Mm. Yeah.
So
Right. So if you was if no if someone was to touch like this desk and went like that, and then no one touched it, my DNA is now on that desk.
yeah, same like that. I've just touched the desk.
Yeah.
My
But if
fingerprints and that is all there.
but if someone comes along and touches the exact same spot, their DNA is going to be on that desk, mixed with mine, mixed with whoever else who's touched this desk,
Yeah,
right? How are they going to take a swab of it? Oh, there's 5 DNA samples on that,
no
but none of them's got a
fingerprints.
criminal record. There's
Exactly.
five DNA, fingerprints
Yeah.
from 5 different people, or even two or whatever. Yeah, and they go, well, they put it on a database. Well, there's no information about that. There's no criminal record. They'll probably able to tell who you are,
Yeah, probably.
but they won't be able to. But obviously, they should. If they can tell who you are with your fingerprints, which they should do, they should be able to, find. Well, no, I won't say find you because they need to get DNA
Mm.
and plenty of evidence. But just getting one bit of DNA off of you, yeah, it'll tell you your name, more like some information about you. But they're not gonna. But if they've done that, why no one's actually done that? The police agency, when I watched the interview about it when it first happened, no one actually took DNA to see where she were.
Thing is, though, they found her blood outside of their apartment.
They never
Now,
took a sample. But
no, they just go, yeah, took a picture, that's it. What's the picture going to tell you? It's some blood on the wall. I mean,
could be, could
how.
be, could be, could be a nosebleed that someone's had.
Exactly. How did they know that's her blood? Yes, it was on their apartment. I'm sorry, but birds, in different countries do fly into some buildings. I mean, I'm not. I mean, from the blood, it did actually look like it were from a human. But for all we know, it could have been an animal that got hurt. You know.
It's like if someone walks past. It's like when some people walk past your front garden, just say, and someone might have had too much to drink, end up being sick on your front. Don't mean it's yours.
Twat the gates if they're down in my garden. I
Yeah, but I
think.
mean, if someone's
Yeah, I know
sick
what you
on
mean.
the path, if your garden's there, the path's there. If someone's
Yeah.
sick on the path, and they go right, well, there's some sick there. It must belong to this house because it's outside the house. Yeah, because I'm gonna shit where I sleep, aren't I? Really?
Exactly. It's daft, man.
Yeah.
It's so daft. I literally think that um I think that they're both gone. If not, then I do hope
Yeah.
they find her. But it just that the all the things there was, they gave her sleeping tablets. I don't know. Do
I
you
remember.
remember how young she were?
I don't remember how. I don't remember how young she were. No, but the dose that the saying that the tablets they gave her, it was enough to knock her out. And but I think if you give your, don't matter how old you are, you should give your kids, don't matter how, up to a certain age. And I've obviously, done the same. It should be more or less medicine for kids.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, there's no way you should put, if you're only, there's no reason that you should do this, should do that. There's no right way of, if your kid don't want to calm down, they'll probably just tie themselves out.
Yeah, exactly.
They will just tie themselves out, because it's just a well-known thing. When we're tired, we'll tire ourselves out.
Exactly.
You know, your body will just let you tire yourself out, and so you go until your body goes, no energy left. What can you do to refill it? Oh yeah, sleep.
Have a sleep. Yeah.
You know, and that's all it is. That's all it is. But they're given a tablet so they could go out and just have a. Most people will admit, oh, I could get away from kids. I don't. I need a break. Most parents will admit. Obviously, some people don't.
Yeah.
Most parents, most parents would say, "Oh, I'd love to do that. I'd love to, have a break away from people, from their own kids." Which, I'm not gonna mention any names, but I do know literally two people who've actually, I've heard saying that passing the
Mm.
street. Not gonna go into any names though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But even if you want to break away from your kids or not, it's your kid, and it should literally, if your kid's having a tantrum, let them tantrum, and then they'll tie themselves out.
Exactly, exactly.
Because our parents, raised us, or what's up with him? Oh, he's on the tide. Next minute, you're asleep.
Exactly.
So there's no reason why. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying, I'm not saying, this is the best parenting tip 101, but my family's told me before, oh, when you were younger, if you had a tantrum, you just tie your out, and that's it. Let you tie yourself out. Next minute, you're gone.
Exactly.
My,
Exactly.
my parents didn't drug me with sleeping pills and any other medicine. It was just more
Mm.
or less tie yourself out. There you go. After you've had a sleep, feel better. Plenty. That's
Exactly.
it.
It's
Get
well
on
known
with it. Get on.
fact.
Get on with it. Get on with it.
Uh,
But doing what they've. I mean, there's that many different stories now coming forward
yeah.
with her. I mean, it's horrible. Even though it's horrible to say, I don't think they'll ever find her, and I'd hate to be in that situation, not knowing where your child is. But people coming forward, most people are finding out now just because of the coming forward with the story,
Mm,
and even though they're not matching her DNA,
mm.
they're finding out that some kids are not even been living with the same people. I mean, going off topic a little bit, but I literally found something out yesterday about Jack Nicholson, the actor,
Mm.
and he found out that his sister was actually his mum, and he didn't know that until she died.
Whoa. That's a
Exactly. So
that's
now,
something new.
Like this, so now obviously the stories of Madeleine McCann, people coming forward saying it's her, it's her. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. It's her, it's her. A lot of people now finding out that yeah, it may not be Madeleine McCann, but the parents you've been living with are not your real parents either.
Fuck, that's
And
mad.
the girl I told you about, when she's only there's no photos of her being young. They're only like as
Mm.
what she looks like now. There's no photos of her being 5 year old, 6 year old, even 1 year old, not even a newborn. And the parents have only got photos of her being like as what it looks like now, as an adult. And they're just saying, "Oh, we didn't get any. We lost the photos of you being a baby." I'm sorry, but if you have a kid and and you want to, have those memories to last a lifetime or for your lifetime, should I
Mm.
say, you're gonna have them memories.
My mum
You're gonna put
still
them in a
got
book.
photos of me when I was a kid, you know. Yeah, they're not
Yeah,
in picture frames, but they're in like a photo album, you know, of me being born when I was newborn, stuff like that.
yeah,
My mum's got photos of that. So I go and
yeah.
admit, everyone I know has always took pictures of their kid. I saw a picture that you uploaded when you were actually in the hospital
Mm.
holding, your kid. So obviously it's the case of everyone, well, nearly everyone does it, especially now, social media. You've always got a camera. Everyone's carrying their phone. Easily take a picture. You know,
Yep.
or if you hold, you can get a digital camera for a good couple £100. You know what I mean?
If you're not taking a photo,
Someone
obviously the family's gonna
else's.
be taking a
Uh,
photo. Yeah, yeah.
exactly. My new niece, my new
So
nephew, or my cousin, or whatever. You know what I mean?
exactly, but there's no excuse for not having, if like saying, "Oh, we didn't have a photo of you when you were born because we've lost it." Understandable if you lost it and it was actually proof that you did lose it, in like a house
Yeah.
fire or something like that,
Or if you
or if you
moved
just
house and something
you
like
left them
that.
behind,
Yeah. Which it
But
does
but
happen.
photo albums should be the first bit of proof. And she actually looked through photo albums. There were no photos of her apart from what she looks like now. And she even found out that the parents who she thought she was living with, when she found out she weren't Madeline McCann, she found out she weren't even the girl she was being told she is.
Wow.
So it kind of didn't give it didn't open the thing up about to say it's her, but it opened something else up
Yeah,
about
who
her.
is she? Yeah.
Yeah, and the people are trying to like, oh, you are our granddaughter, or you are our daughter. Where's the photos of her
Mm.
being born then?
Where's the proof?
Exactly. She's even come forward. She's not English.
Mm.
That's why, because she's from like they're saying she's from the same country
Pardon
where
me.
where Mother McCann got taken.
Yeah.
But she even said in an interview on like, of course, because the like obviously statements and everything. She even said she found out she's not the real girl who she thought she were. She's not Mother McCann, but she's not the girl she thought she were. So imagine being told your name's like what Abigail or something, right? Then you find out that your name's not Abigail. It's something else completely different.
Steve.
Well,
You was change. Sex change.
well, wherever they decide tapping, yeah, but
Yeah, I know.
well,
Yeah.
it's just one of them things where some people said on the comments they should have kept their mouth shut if they want to find who she were. But
Exactly.
if you've got a hunch that you are, then you're going to go for that hunch. But then you've got to be prepared. Hopefully, there's no bombshells or no unexpected surprises going to come out of that.
Your personal, not experience, your personal thing, you like for, what do you think about them? Do you still think Madeline McCann's alive?
A part of me thinks I'd like to think, to give a little bit of a hope,
Hmm.
because I'm sure any parent out there, they'd probably want to think that if it happened to them, they'd want to hold on to the hope
Yeah.
that they are there and one day they might reach out or one day you might find them. But if she's not, then
Your
I
personal
don't know.
opinion, what do you think? If you had to give an answer, yes or no, What do you think? Do you think she's still out there?
With all the little bit of evidence that they keep saying that there is, and a lot of people saying it's not her, and then, like I said to you, with the people, someone come forward saying it is her,
Yeah.
and supposedly we've got proof it's her, but the family are denying it, saying, "Oh, you're not our daughter." They've probably accepted that she's already gone.
So you
So
think
I
she's
think,
already
so
gone?
I think that they've rather hid her very well, and no matter who you are, it's just the reality they're gonna have to live. And another part of me thinks that yeah, she's no longer with us, and a lot of people are leaning towards it now, saying she's
Yeah.
been dead for years. Leave it, let it lie,
Yeah. Get her.
and just
Yeah.
But when people come up saying, "Oh, it is her," then they're bringing it up again. It's like you may as well just go to a graveyard and dig the same body up. That's what they're
Yeah.
more or less doing.
Yeah.
They're digging up
Exactly.
old stories, And I can't really say I think she's dead or not because I'm torn between the answers. Because I'd like to think that she's still alive, just for a bit of peace of mind for the family and everything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm thinking, is she though?
Mm.
Is she gone? And the family just don't want to admit it.
My opinion. I
And like,
think.
and
I
like, and
think
like
she
you
is.
said, and like you said, they may, you think it's down to the parents, which a lot of
I do.
people have blamed them. A lot of people have blamed them.
Yeah. I mean.
You know,
Obviously, I don't know because I'm not a father, but you being a father, you will know your life kind of goes on hold when you have a kid. I mean, you can't just go out whenever you want. You
oh,
can't.
exactly. Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't just literally go. Oh yeah, I've got. I don't know how many kids they had. I know they had a few amount of kids. Oh, we'll just give them all sleeping tablets and we'll go out. Nah, it don't work like that. It's a case of, yeah, you go on holiday. If you want to spend time with your family or friends or whatever, you have to bring your kids. If the kids
Exactly.
kick off, then, you know, being pretty harsh, which I know you're probably going to laugh at that, keep your legs shut.
Well,
It's a simple fact. Or wear
or
something.
or if you've got grandparents,
Yeah,
just look after. If
exactly.
you want time away, but you don't want kids to be there, that's what grandparents for. If you take them on holiday, we expect that they're going to be misbehaving.
When it was school holidays, this is no lie. When it was school holidays and I was too young to look after myself, my mom always dropped me off at my nan's and granddad's place. Always dropped me off there. I stayed with my nan and granddad whilst my mom was working. Soon as she finished working, she'd come and collect me. And that was nearly every day of the school holiday. She was working. My dad was out at
Yeah,
work. My mum was working. I was too young to stay in house, so I got sent to my nan and granddad. I stayed there all day, and she'd pick me up round about tea time. And that's what you do.
yeah.
Same with like you. If you want a night out with your partner, and you've got a kid, just you send them like to like friends' house or family's house or something like that. You don't just go here, sleeping tablet, be nice. You don't though, do you, man? It's
Well,
daft.
anyone who wants to be a good parent would not do that anyway.
I
I
mean,
mean, obviously, I'd never do that.
I'm
So
not a parent, I'm not a dad, and even I know there's some stuff you just don't do. You just don't do it.
exactly.
But anyway, to wind this topic up, um, so you're 50-50. You don't know if she's alive or not.
I'd like to think she is, but with, like I said, with people coming forward and then saying, "Oh, it's not her, it's not her." Most of the comment section was saying she's dead anyway.
Mm,
And to sound horrible as it is, she probably is.
yeah.
But it's just like the families even said, "Oh, with all these people coming forward, we really appreciate it." Yeah, there's someone coming forward saying that they've actually got DNA proof it is her, and why are you not accepting that knowledge then? So maybe they just don't want to accept it, or maybe, like you said, they did. It was planned from the start.
I do believe the parents had something to do with it. I really do. I think if they do find her alive, it opens another investigation. How did they know that the kids were left on their own alone? it opens a
Exactly.
whole new investigation. So,
Exactly.
so I don't know.
Most parents don't leave the kids alone in their own country, so let alone leave them alone in a different country.
Exactly. I mean, obviously, like I said, when I was growing up, I was always with an adult until I was old enough to look after my son. You don't, it's like, well, it's like you gonna work, here, here's a sleeping tablet, I'll be back in a couple of hours. You come back, he's just waking up. You just woke up, yeah. Here's another one going back to work. You,
Exactly. You don't do it, man, do you? You don't do it.
nah, man. Like I said,
Don't, don't do it.
I do think she's gone, but we'll never know.
Only people that will know is the parents and the person who did it.
Exactly. But
That's it. That's all I've got nothing else to say on that matter, to be honest. Because, like you said, she's rather gone or she's not. But, like you said, no one will ever know, apart from people who actually were involved in it.
well, my third and final topic is um now this just proves how messed up the system is in this country.
Yeah, justice system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we are. Right now, it's not been. This isn't new news, but it kind of is. Obviously, as you know, which we did talk a bit about this before we did actually start recording, people are being let out early, from their
Yeah.
from their prison sentence. Well, it's only found out that some of the wrong people have been let out.
I know. I've heard about that. Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think. I think if you go to prison for no matter what, you should serve your full sentence. Get rid of this good behaviour rubbish. So what? Yeah, right then. So you robbed an elderly lady, but you get something like 10 years in prison. But 'cause you were nice in prison, you get 5 years. What the fuck? You still robbed someone. When you come out, I can guarantee you'll still have what you robbed, didn't you? If you weren't given it. Seriously, if they can't find it, see that if you rob something, they can't find it, but they have evidence it's you. You still get to keep that stuff what you do when you come out, ain't you? Couldn't find it, we can't find it. Sorry, you still keep it. End of the day.
Well, I've never actually robbed anything, so I wouldn't know. But if most people, they probably would look for it,
Yeah,
and try and
but
find it. But if you've hid it somewhere where they're not going to think about looking, or if you don't keep it but you get rid of it, so if you can't have it, no one can have it, then it's
that's
gone
it.
for good.
Exactly. I mean, one of the people that got let out was a known an illegal immigrant sex offender. He got let out, and then they found out he shouldn't have been let out. It was the wrong person. I
I
don't
heard about
think
it.
anyone should be let out. Keir Starmer, we're trying to free up the prisons. Well, there's an easy way of doing it. Someone comes over here. I mean, sorry, I'll say it. I'll say it in Keir Starmer terms. 'Cause, this is the only way. Someone do naughty naughty that not from here. Bye bye. It's true though, man. If you wait 9 times out of 10, you do something in a country that you are not from, and this isn't me being racist or anything like that. It's speaking from what other countries do. You do something illegal, you get locked up, and you get deported. You do something, you get locked up, then you
That's
get
what that's
deported.
what that's what Nigel and a few other people from Reform are saying. If you do any crimes, they're gonna detain you and whatever put and if you're from Afghanistan, you know, Pakistan, Afghanistan, anywhere, any country where you come from, if you've just because most of them, I suppose, are coming over here to run from their justice system.
Mm,
Where if they've done anything
yeah.
over there, they come over here to escape it, and they're coming over illegally, so they don't get stopped at the borders. Um, but you know, this if I can't remember his name now, but one of them said on who works for. He's not English himself. But he said if you've done a crime and you come to this country, you get the cuffs on you, you get detained, and if you've done say murder or like you said, robbed something, or you've done anything else,
Mm.
you find out what the justice system is in your country. So if you get say 10 years for robbing something in your country, you get sent back to your country with police escort. You
Yeah,
know, they get police to go with like to transport you there, and then they come and get you, and then obviously take that to your own country, and then you serve your sentence in that country.
yeah,
Not to serve it in our country for a couple of months and then just go right because we're trying to free up the prisons and we don't really, and you've got we haven't got no, and you're not from this country and you're classed as a victim, we'll let you go. Because it's going to be okay. Because the person who murdered or sexually assaulted someone or
yeah.
whatever, back on the street, going to do it again.
Exactly, exactly. And then they're like, oh, we can't find him. Oh yeah, because he's really gonna go. Yeah, you let me out by mistake. Hello, who's gonna do that? Seriously, it's a case of you want to free up the prisons. There's one thing that you need to do if you don't want to send anyone back. And you and me have talked about this a long time. You want to free up the prisons. Bring the death penalty back. You want to free up the prisons.
A lot of people have agreed with that, haven't they, as well? A lot of
Bring
people
it
have actually
back.
said it should be. Like,
Or, something even better, if you don't want to kill them because it's humane or whatever, forget who they're killing that lot. Instead of testing cosmetic on animals, test it on the people who's got life in prison.
or promote frontline.
Yeah, exactly.
Because someone actually, because I'm watching, I don't know if you saw it on the GB News. They actually said about when they obviously like threatened, like when they said, "Oh, UK could be under war with Russia and everything," and
Mm.
we'll Putin's threatening to send nuclear missiles over here to bomb us, and UK will be underwater and everything like that. GB News, who actually does, who runs it, actually said about when that was happening, and he said all these murderers that don't really mind killing people, and they can just kill someone and they sleep happy and safe and sound at night, even if they get locked up or not. Put them on the front lines because they don't mind stabbing people and shooting people. So why don't you just put them over there? Where it's even battleground.
Yeah, send them to Ukraine.
Yeah,
Because, like, Ukraine needs all the help it can get. Send
yeah,
some
exactly.
killers over there. Make sure they kill the right people. That's it. Done. But I don't know. It's daft. It's a case of you want to stop it. That's literally I'm giving you two ways to do it. You come
Mm.
over here, you break the law, you get deported back. If you are a UK citizen and it's really something bad like murder or out, death penalty, or if you don't want to bring the death penalty back, instead of testing cosmetics on animals, test it on them. Think about
I
it.
mean, there was a rumor and on like I said TikTok, and like I said, don't believe everything you hear on TikTok because sometimes it's just a
Load
load
of
of
shit.
crap.
Yeah.
But supposing there's a video of a sex offender screaming, kicking around in the chair. Obviously, he's like obviously strapped in, and he's kicking and screaming, not begging for his life, just kicking and screaming, having a massive tantrum because they're gonna give him a lethal injection, and he's kicking and screaming. What they're gonna say no? Because if they say no, I don't want this. Well, what did you do to the person who you did that to?
Thing is, I mean, carrying on more or less what you said. That person that has been sexually assaulted, they're going to have to live with that for the rest of their lives. If they're, really young, they're going to have to live with that for the rest of their lives. This,
It's gonna scar them. Yeah, it's gonna
this
scar them
per,
forever.
exactly, this person who did it gets locked up, yeah, gets a prison sentence, comes out in a few years. Right, that's it. Possibly do it again. Or just prison actually does its job, which it hardly ever does. He is reformed. He does everything he can do to make it better. No matter what he does, the person he's done it to is scarred no matter what. Even if she goes to counselling or whatever, she's still gonna have the whole bit of getting through it. And some people don't. Some people, which we said on the last episode, some people can't get through it and they end up killing themselves
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
because they can't do it. And it don't just affect them; it affects their family members. Because like that didn't you say like a girl got beheaded and her dad couldn't
Yeah.
deal with it? He killed himself. So it doesn't just affect.
She was sexually assaulted, and after he'd done what he done to her, after he did what he did to her, in in many different ways, what he did to her, he just thought, well, because you're going to tell police I've done this to you, may as well just silence you.
And then obviously the dad killed himself because he couldn't deal with the grief. That's what I'm saying,
Exactly.
man. It's just the whole thing is daft. I've literally just given two ways. Yeah, there might not be the humane way, but I'm sorry, but if you murder someone for no reason, or you sexually abuse someone just because you can, I'm sorry, but why the hell are we protecting these people?
Well, it's like that young lass who beat that boy up in the park a couple of years ago
Hmm.
when she was stamping on his ankle.
Exactly.
Uh, yeah, the police protected her. They should have been protecting the young boy that had it happened to him.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, some grown men, probably in the 50s, 60s, did videos about it on Facebook and TikTok, and they even said if they saw someone doing that in the park and they was there, the young kid won't be getting abused. It'd be the other way around. It'd be her getting it done to her.
Exactly. It's just.
So I think if obviously going slightly a bit off topic, but if you murder somebody and they don't want to send you, and you don't want to go in the army because because that's where you're going to belong, killing people, you've got no problem doing that. You can go on the front lines, you can go to Ukraine, whatever. If you don't want to go there, then you spend the rest of your life in prison. Get 3 meals a day, get a mattress, no TV, no luxuries, mattress, 3 meals a day. There you go.
Yeah, but why? They just say, for instance, they made murder. Just say you had a daughter. You found out someone in prison. No matter if they come from a different country or over here, because not every
Well,
sex.
life should be life. A life. They say a life for a life, don't they?
Yeah, but thing is, though, I mean, obviously, I want to make this out. It's not just people that come over here. There is some
Well, no, it's
people
for
that
anyone. Yeah.
are here that are doing it. But I'm just thinking, think about it. You had a daughter, right? Just said that you didn't have a son, it was a daughter. He got raped. You found out, oh, the person who raped her in prison getting 3 meals a day is safe.
Well, I
It's
think
not.
most parents. I think most parents that happen, they're going to jail themselves and try and get older.
Exactly, that's what I'm
Obviously.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Make him suffer. Test cosmetics on him. Does this burn if we spray it on you? Yes, out! Right, so we'll have to reduce that. He's there in agony. Right. What about this one? Oh, it sets people on fire. Oh, we can't use that. We'll have to change the ingredients for this new links. He's there and his arm's on fire. Why not? It's there. Literally, think about it. You think if I go to
Someone
prison,
said that, though, didn't they? Someone said that, test, what, when they say, oh, like you said, test drugs on them and everything like that, and
yeah,
test stuff on them.
instead of testing
When
it
they
on poor defenseless animals, test it on the people that's got life in prison. You would be scared to go to prison because you don't know what's going to happen. I mean,
and if you actually have sexually assaulted somebody, what they go, oh no,
castrate
no,
them.
don't no, don't test that. Like you said, don't test that on me. Well, so what you're saying is you're saying no to this, right? Yeah. What about the
Well, I bet
person who
she
did?
said no.
No. Yeah, she say no? I'm sorry. It's like, I'm obviously changing the subject a bit. I watch on Facebook
Hmm.
those teams that go after online predators.
Yeah. I do as
And
well.
I sit there and I laugh at the because there's some gullible
Some
people out
shit
there.
excuses.
There was one of them that I couldn't give over laughing, and I literally had to laugh, and I had to rewind it literally a few times. When it was come to the Easter holidays,
Yeah.
and they said, and they went, oh, they were saying it's like, oh, I bet you wanted to give her an egg, didn't you? And he was like, oh yeah, I would give her that. He's like, yeah, you want to give her. Obviously, I'm not going to say what they said because
Yeah.
obviously, but they were saying like, you'd want to, do this and do that to her, and they've got chat logs and everything. And
Mm.
and I'll probably see a video, like one or two videos a day on Facebook
Yeah,
of those people.
exactly.
Of them. I support everything they do. They're trying to make
Obviously.
they're trying to make the place a lot safer for not just for our generation, but for
Future
younger,
generations on,
for
yeah.
younger generations. Yeah, and and the one of them in the Easter holidays, and they went, if you bounce around on one foot, we're doing like with bunny, like saying you've got bunny ears, and doing the little thing with the hands, we'll let you go. And I want you to bounce like hop from here to here. And they were filming him obviously as they did it. And he was right, hop from there to there, doing this. And they were doing the Bugs Bunny thing, that
Yeah.
what's up
What's up,
thing. They
dog?
were
Yeah.
like, yeah, so saying say that and obviously do like do the proper impression and everything. And they said, do that and we'll let you go. And they were doing that and they were hopping around. He was going, what's up, Doc? And they do that with ears and the hands and everything. I couldn't go laughing because I thought, no way they're going to let you go. No way they're going to let you go doing that. To do then,
Yeah,
you're
the
going to get a lovely,
shit.
you're going to get a lovely, nasty comment from me saying, what the,
Yeah,
what are you
what are
doing?
you doing? Yeah, why are you letting him go?
When he'd finished, and I went, right, right, that's enough. He went, can I go now? They went, no, you silly, get back in that corner. And I thought, no wonder people are dumb thinking they get away with stuff like that.
I watched one. It was only a clip, and they went, "You're going to meet up with this 10-year-old girl." 10? She told me she was 12. Like, that makes a fucking difference. Like, that makes a difference where she's 10 and she says she's 12. What's the
I mean, did you see? I mean, I watched one about a guy who was eating. I think he was eating like some kind of pie or some cornish
yeah.
pasty or something, and he's eating his back garden. Not a care in the world. Sat there eating his tea or dinner or whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
and it was saying, and obviously, same thing to you. They met this. They said the same thing what you just said. Oh, we've got evidence you've come to
Mm.
meet a kid, and blah blah blah. And he's like, no, I haven't come to meet a kid. So they said they actually do say,
Mm.
if we've got the wrong person, we will hold our hands up and say
Mm.
sorry. Which fair enough. We're only human. Everyone makes mistakes. Some mistakes cannot be rectified, but they actually did say, you know, they record it so they know that if they haven't made a mistake,
They'll
they're
hold
gonna.
hands up. They'll, I mean,
Yeah,
I know one person
yeah,
did actually do it were wrong, and they did
yeah.
say we are wrong. We deleted the video, but that person
Don't give
still
this.
got abuse. He's
Yeah,
still got abuse. So,
yeah, exactly. But going back to what I was saying though, so here this bloke's they're just eating his pie, not a care in the world,
mm,
and they're going, "Oh, we've got chat logs that you've got proof that he was saying this, and that to this young girl, and she was actually a decoy, and blah 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 blah." And they're just going on about it. And the thing that the thing that made me laugh because this how the person, like obviously the people who was filming him, what they said made me laugh. And the guy when there's kids on the street, and where them kids playing on the street don't feel, we're trying to keep this neighborhood safe, and you being on the street doesn't make it safe. Now, if you're trying to pretend or try and make out you haven't done anything wrong,
yeah,
and you're trying to prove innocence, the thing that he said next, you wouldn't say it because he actually said, "Oh, there's kids on this street." Now, normal people would rather say nothing or they'd just go, okay. He
mm,
went, where? And this person went, what do you mean, where, you filthy? Obviously, sort of calling all the
yeah,
N
yeah.
word and everything. They went, what do you mean? What do you mean? Where? And they're like, obviously, they went that proves that's just proves that you've got something, you know, you know, and that lot
Yeah,
against
exactly.
kids. And his face was like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't have said that at all. And please, like I said, police come, arrested him. He found out he actually was talking to people underaged, and he never said how much he got, like how long sentence he got. But he would, let's just say he wasn't. Well, put it this way, he got moved when he gets well. I don't know if he got released yet, but when he gets released, he's going to be moved to a different area where no one knows him, and if he's got any family members, they won't be able to come and see him because obviously, it's just they're just incriminating themselves. In other words,
Thing is, though, one thing that really does actually piss me off a lot, and obviously, I don't know if it pisses you off. Yeah, okay, they've gone inside, they've done the time, whatever, whatever. Right, they come out and police give them protection. It's like,
shouldn't
why? Why give
they shouldn't.
them protection? There is a more than a 50-50% chance they're going to do it again. Why give them protection? It's so ridiculous. It's like a case of, I mean, same with what you call him. Oh, what's his name now? Oh, Ben. Oh, what's his
I think
second?
I,
You know I'm on
I
about
know. I think
Ben
yeah. I think I know.
Benevold, something like that. You know
Is it
the
him? Is it him who's got or like who didn't get locked up and he kept getting off scot free or something?
no. It was a little kid and two other kids like more or less killed him more or less. I'm sure it was like Ben Benevold, something like that. It was a story a while ago, right? These two will say they weren't teenagers, but they were a lot older. They took a kid that was holding their mom's hand, and more or less took him to a train station, abused him, beat him up, poured paint in his eyes, proper.
Oh yeah, remember? Yeah, remember? Yeah.
Yeah,
Remember that? Yeah.
yeah. So right, one of them is still inside and is actually known to be a pedo now because it came
Yeah.
out when he got locked up. They found out he had child pornography on his phone.
So
Right,
yeah. I remember that. I
right.
remember that, Steve.
But the other one has come out, new identity, new name, new everything, and he hasn't broken the law. I'm sorry, but why the hell did he give him a new identity? You know,
Like I said before, if you kill someone, don't matter if it's a kid, adult, young adult, old person, whoever it is, you kill someone, you deserve the same treatment, or spend the rest of your life in prison and just get 3 meals a day, no PlayStations, no comfy chairs, no comfy beds,
mm,
no bleeding TVs. No marathon of Top Gear playing on your TV in your cell.
yeah,
Just four walls, a mattress, probably a mattress with some piss stains on it, just for the extra colouring, and 3 meals a day.
extra
No
colouring.
heat, no heating, no nothing. That's it. Probably a bucket to do your business in. When it needs empty, knock on door. Someone will come and take it away for you. And that's it.
When it needs emptying,
Or
we'll
better
come
yet,
and pour it all over your bed.
yeah. Or better yet, sleep in it and smell your own little fumes coming out.
Exactly. The thing is, that's the one thing about prisons. I mean, obviously, I've never been to prison. I don't want to go to prison. But, I mean, obviously, you go to prison, you get 3 meals a day, possibly 4 meals a day. I don't know how many meals you get in prison. But, then you can go to the main hall, watch TV, or in your cell, sometimes you can have stereo players. Like I know someone who has actually been to prison, he had a stereo in his literal cell. What the? And, and.
Well, they have them work release programs now, don't they? Where you have to do
Exactly.
work. And you
I
don't get
mean,
much. You don't get much money for it. You probably get like probably a couple of pence, or maybe even a quid if you're lucky. And that's just to go on buying like toothbrushes and stuff like that. Because obviously, I watch obviously I watch a lot of documentaries about it, and there
yeah.
was Ross Kemp, I think, did a documentary a while ago. And he actually
Oh.
said, "What do you actually get your money for?" And yet, like, you're getting money to do the job. What do you get it for? And they go, "Well, we can buy toothbrushes, toothpaste, from the little from the shop inside
Yeah,
the
they can't
prison."
even have cigarettes inside.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like what? It's like so you've done whatever you're out on the outside, you've broken the law, but you still get your stuff inside. No, it's a case of you need a cigarette. Well, you shouldn't have broken the law then, should you? No. Well, if you do some work inside prison, we'll pay you. No, it's a case of do some work inside prison, keep it maintained, do whatever. Wait, us paying you? Simple as. Simple as. Why protect the criminals? Yes, now I get some criminals on criminals, some like you said previously, some parents would go inside to protect their child.
Yeah, yeah,
Understandable, yes, that's fine. Obviously you've gone inside to protect, your own family. I understand that's all good. But the ones that go inside just for the fun of it, I mean, same with that, what do you call it? The Southport killer.
mm,
He's gone in prison. He's been battered so many times, right? And then obviously, he wants people to stop. Well, you didn't stop when you were killing all these people. You,
exactly.
and now he's in solitary confinement. I think the police shouldn't protect the inmates.
Well, like I say, if he wanted mercy, he should have, shouldn't have done what he did to his victim, should have.
Exactly. I think a lot. I do literally think the whole system is messed up. I really do. I think it's the case of we need to we need to make people scared to go to prison. Back in the old days, you went to prison, there was a 50-50 chance you weren't getting out.
Yeah, well, back,
Nowadays,
well, want to go back even further. You want to go back even further. If you did a crime, you got hung.
exactly, exactly. Nowadays, you've robbed someone, you come out, you've got murderers on your contact, fucking drug dealers, you've got them all on your contacts, and you went in, oh, you only robbed the shop, you come out, you've got the whole contact, oh yeah, everyone in Sheffield got their numbers that's in prison. It's like, what, you treated like a holiday camp? Yeah, I made loads of friends. It's like, I just literally think, you should get one meal a day. One meal a day, right? All this crap of what you get in your cell. You get a mattress, no bed, a mattress on the floor.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah,
A mattress on the floor. Yeah, I'll give him a toilet because, yeah. But you get a mattress on the floor, your toilet is opposite you, that's it. No comfy beds, no music centres or PlayStations or Xboxes or whatever, That's it. You've got to make it seem not appealing.
exactly.
I mean, there's some people, oh, if I go to prison, I go on a hunger strike. Go on then. Go on then. The wardens. You've got to eat. If he wants to starve and die, let him starve and die. No,
They probably
we've
were
got
said as well.
we've got
They
to
probably were
feed
said
him.
that as well.
Tell you, man. Yeah, literally, the whole system's messed up. It really is.
Like I said, back in the day was more brutal, and most people, like I said, if you were getting beheaded or hung or even just tortured, even just tortured. Like there was something on YouTube the other day about worst torture methods, and it was
Mm.
the one where you get put in a bull, and it's like an iron bull,
Okay.
and they put you in it, and you think, oh, it's just it's not gonna, it's just a dark metal thing. You had to put a fire underneath it. So
Oh.
metal burns, and obviously
Oh.
metal, as the heat goes in, and they said
Ow.
obviously you're gonna feel uncomfortable. Obviously, no matter where you touch, it's gonna be
But
hot because
burn,
obviously
yeah,
metal.
burn your son, yeah.
And when you're screaming, there's like a little thing in the mouth, like a little don't know what it's called now, but it's like a thing that's in the mouth.
Uh,
And when you're screaming, it's coming out as bull noises.
oh wow. So you're there
If you don't,
wow.
yeah, I literally look it up. They said I don't know when they did like what year it were, but it was obviously way before technology was even like introduced into like finding criminals and stuff. But if they've got you in there and in certain countries, I think it were they put you in that bull, seal you in, set a fire underneath you. The bull obviously. I think it's obviously it was made out of some material. I think it was copper. I think
Ooh.
copper or iron, and obviously it used to obviously metal, as you know, gets hot,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're not going to have a very comfortable time
Pardon
in there,
me.
no matter where and there's not enough room for you to move around either, so you're more or less sat in the same position, and you've only got enough room to probably spin round, like to turn round.
Uh,
You ain't got nowhere to like shimmy in out anywhere.
uh,
It's just on your back, on your stomach, and well, yeah, and after the heat gets you, you burn to death, and yeah, they just get your body out after they've done you in other words.
very good.
And I think, and I'm like, why don't they have this stuff going? Why don't they bring that back for some criminals, murderers, people who sexually assault people?
Thing is, right, I've literally said this when I was young, right, when I was a teenager, a kid, right, and I've said this to you, I've said it to everyone who's asked me. I used to be terrified of the police. People at school, oh, I'm not scared. I was terrified of the police. Right,
I think most people are. Yeah.
now I think they're just a joke. They can't do anything because there's so much red tape. I
Mm,
mean, like you were saying earlier on, if you shot a firework at a police officer, you would get, put inside for assault of a police officer. Nah, you're
yeah.
probably not getting out like that. Told you, stop it, no. Alright, that almost hit me, stop it. Back in the day, you'd get whacked by the friggin' truncheon, you'd be on the floor getting the shit whacked out of you. Nice, now stop it, that almost hit me. Back in the day, the police had respect. The communities respected the police. Yes, the criminals didn't. Nowadays, it's a case of you phone the police up. I am being robbed. Oh God, what's he doing? Aren't you gonna come out? Oh no, he might hurt us. But you're the police. I know, but it's scary, isn't it? I mean, same with that rubbish.
I mean, I watched a video about that firework thing, and someone shot a firework at a police car and it drove past. Now, normally, if that was a gunshot, they'd probably put the sirens on.
Yeah.
That one that happened on the video, cop car drove past, firework hit the side, like hit the floor of it. Cop car just went, okay.
Okay, but back in the day, they'd have got out, whacked the shit out of him. There's no respect for the police
I mean,
anymore.
I think police. I mean, I know you're probably going to say, there's probably a reason why they call them, but in America, they've got guns. Even if they pull you over, they've got a gun. No, it's not on you, but
Yeah,
it's in the
it's in
it's,
the
you know it's on
holder.
it's on the side of them.
Yeah, yeah, they
You
could easily get it. Yeah,
So they need to put out. Only thing we've got in this country resolving guns is the armed police.
on force user.
If you phone them up and say, "Oh, there's a person here waving a gun around. He's trying to shoot somebody," then they'll come. Then they'll come out and they'll get the armed police out, and they'll probably, they'll probably. If they catch you, then they'll probably get out the car and they should obviously get guns out. I've seen videos on TikTok and Facebook of armed police doing what they do, and
Yeah.
they just get the guns on you, they shout at you, and they just more or less try and get you out of if you're in a car, try and get you out of the car, or they just try and detain you, don't they? And arrest you and everything. But in America, even street patrolling
Yeah.
police, they have guns on them. What do we have? Nothing. Probably a truncheon if we look at.
We have tasers, but You know,
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
have tasers.
they were like
That's what
one shot. I mean, if
yeah,
you
one shot, you miss, you're gone. You know, he's got a gun. You think, oh, I'm going to tase him, but you fire before him. That misses you, and just go, oh, bang,
that's it
gone.
exactly. I
Police in
mean,
America don't mess around. They do not mess around. They've got, even if it's only like a little handgun, it's on them. And, you know, 9 times out of 10, yeah, a lot of American police do have a lot of gunfights because, you know,
well, yeah,
America's just crazy. But
yeah.
over here, over here, if they said, right, only thing you can get, only way we'll get guns in this country is to police have them, there'd be a lot less crime. Like you said, there'd be a lot less people causing crime and joining gangs and causing trouble because they'd just be like, oh, if we get police calling us for doing this, you know, they've got guns now.
Exactly. You about to rob a shop. Next one, whoo! Fuck that, I'm going home. You know, I don't want to go. I don't want to go to hospital. You know, frigging bullets all over me. You know, like that. Right, rather than from the shop. Whoo! Or we could just go home. You know, obviously, I know there'd be some law reason why police can't have guns, but the thing is, they need more weapons like tasers, truncheons, pepper spray. You know, and they need to be scared not to use them. If someone's there, I mean, I see police. I watch police interceptors, right?
Yeah,
And
I've seen.
they're like, I've got a taser. Put the weapon down, bollocks. Put the weapon down. No, fuck you. That's it. You get one warning. You don't do it. Zap you. That don't give put it down. Now I've told you this is the fifth time. Put it down. You fuck off. You know, waving it like a sword at him. I told you, put it down. Or on the 10th time, I will have to tase you. Bollocks. Put it down. No, there you are. You're down. Why give them so many warnings? Say that. Open up or we're coming in. Open up, we're coming in. Bollocks, knock on door. Open up, we're coming in. No, fuck it, bite you doubt your doors down. Oh, we're just coming downstairs. Hurry up then. You know, the police need to be more ruthless.
Well, like I said, there's probably just a lot of police paperwork about saying, you know, why they have to probably because it's obviously they obviously police now they try and deal with it the most calmest way possible.
Yeah.
And if they don't, and it ends up being obviously escalating, I mean, it's just more or less just paper you got to fill in.
Yeah, but
You know,
think.
why did you taser him? Because he didn't listen to me. Why did you bash the door down? Because you know, because pardon me again, because you know they took too long to get down the stairs or whatever. You
Mm,
know, in America, they probably have to do paperwork, but
yeah.
America, they expect that to happen all the time. You know, like there could be like a couple of years ago when we were at school, I think um, police in America, I think they were on obviously were on YouTube. Um, they kept like they went into a house that was being used as a drug lab
Yeah.
in America. One guy went out round the back, got in his car, drove off. Obviously, there were a cop car obviously outside.
Mm,
And when they saw him drive through the gate and drive off, obviously they chased him to a little derelict area, like a construction site that were
yeah.
closed for the night. They chased him. He obviously got to a dead end, started shooting coppers. They shot back at him, and they just said, and obviously all they got told were is we had to put him down because it would rather him or us.
Exactly. But now,
You know, and they get used with that. So they just fill paperwork out because it's just normal for them. But for us, we'd have to go reasons for why did you shoot him? He or she didn't listen to me. Why? But I told him or her 10 times to do this, do that, and he didn't do it. So we've got to write it down the reasons why, you know, what they did, and you're more or less writing a good paragraph or few, a good few paragraphs of why you had to do what you did, what was the outcome, could you have, you know, changed it, and if not, you know, and that's it. And it's too much paperwork for them. That's why they're trying. That's why they don't want to, do a lot of things. The only time they'll do it is if they think, right, we can get this. It needs to be done. Fireworks, like the fireworks and that. You know, I bet you some people yesterday would have phoned the police yesterday because
Oh yeah, they
around
would
this time
have.
when they do that, everyone gets phoned. Fire engines, police, ambulance, it always goes off around this time of year.
I mean, like I said, back in the day, if you would have like shot a firework at a police officer, they'd have come out, armed forces, probably everything. Now it's a don't do it. Okay, I won't. Aye, that almost hit me. Fuck off, twat to come here. I'd be like, don't do it. Right, that's it. Come here, you twat. Bong on the head.
Oh,
Why did you
yeah.
hit him? It pissed me off. It pissed me off. Why did it piss me off? He shot a firework at my head. It almost hit me. So I twatted him with my truncheon. But he's got brain damage now. He already had brain damage. You were playing with fireworks. There you are. I probably helped. Wait, fucking is though, man.
He's in hospital now. Oh,
Ah,
well,
well, be right.
he's not playing with fireworks.
exactly. He's on life support machine.
Well, he's not playing with fireworks.
I'd just be like, he was shooting people with fireworks. He's on a life support machine. Best place fucking for him. Seriously, best place for him. Seriously, Mando, it's nearly every bonfire night. You see him on the news. You see him on Facebook. Shooting fireworks at people, and you just think, what? Literally, why would you wake up in the morning and go, I'm gonna go out with my mate and we're gonna shoot fireworks at people? Why?
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
It don't make you big and all. It just makes you an idiot.
Yeah, they might think it's harmless fun.
Yeah,
But if it
exactly.
goes through someone's window, if it goes through, like I said to you before, if it goes through someone's window or goes through someone's roof and it sets a house on fire or sets a
That's
block of
it.
flats on fire,
Gone.
you're going to sit there going,
Shit.
oh, and there's no, oh, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. It's you could have killed somebody, or you could have or if you didn't kill anyone, you could have literally ruined put them out of a home just before. Well, now the winter months are kicking in.
Exactly.
Now obviously Christmas around the corner. Unless someone's going to buy you a brand new house for Christmas, you ain't going to have a Christmas.
Exactly.
So obviously, and obviously, no amount of sorries would be forgiven because if someone did, if literally if I was sat, like obviously like round bonfire night, and someone did that and it happened to me, or anybody, there'd be no, and luckily luckily I got out alive, and
Yeah.
obviously life's more important. I would, someone said to me, I'm sorry. I'm like, well, you're not sorry because why did you do it in the first place?
Yeah, why'd you do it in the first place? Yeah, it's a case of.
Why, if you're going to aim it, go somewhere like in a field or a park somewhere where you're not going to get, where you're not going to harm anything.
Yeah, and aim it up at the
So
sky.
yeah, or better yet, don't buy fireworks, go to a firework display.
Or, if you want to really aim it at someone, aim it at the other idiots that are aiming fireworks at you. Make sure when you shoot it, you catch it. Oh, there we are. There we are. Two birds, one firework. See what I tell you, man. It is. I mean, we've gone way off topic. I can't even remember what the topic
We
was
always
about.
do. We always do. I mean, this is one of my topics anyway about fireworks because someone 10,000 people, I think, signed a petition yesterday for dogs with fireworks.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, we need to reduce the sound or something.
No, they want to reduce it, but they're saying it should be an early curfew for them. Like, so instead of it starting at like, I don't know, 5 o'clock, wherever it is, start it a bit earlier and finish it earlier.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I think round here they were still setting fireworks off around about 11:30.
Yeah, exactly.
And then as soon as it was 12 o'clock, it was just gone. Literally, it's like the volume.
Lucky you, I had them till 1 in the morning. I was literally in bed for about 11:30, and I'm just there. Morning, what is it now? Till 1 o'clock. Till 1 o'clock, they were setting them off. I'm there fast. I'm about to I'm gonna find that firework and I'm gonna make him bloody eat it. You know, so obviously, I've got to get up for work literally in a few more hours. They're going off. I'm
Yeah.
thinking, I'm going to find this firework and I'm going to make him eat it. I'm going to put one in his frigging mouth, light it, and go, now blow up. Toya. The thing is, though, right, about that petition you signed, well, I don't know if you signed it, but
No, I didn't sign it. I mean, I didn't see. Well, I saw it, but they already had.
yeah,
They
the,
had
the marks.
goal was to get. They had the goal to get 100,000, I think
Yeah.
it were, and they got 100,000 people to sign it. So I don't know if it'll make a difference, but
Well,
we don't know.
thing is, right, obviously my dog is petrified of fireworks. He really is. Right, but
I think most pets are, aren't they? Really, most
yeah,
pets are.
but thing is though, if they want to reduce the sound, how the hell are they gonna reduce the sound? It's lit. They can't. They put less gunpowder in. It's still going to blow up. That's the whole fucking point. It goes. No matter how
They
much
probably
gun.
well, probably have them ones that just fizzle out in the sky
What are
when
you
they
going
go.
to do? Put sound mufflers on them as they're going up? Like my camera, put little sound mufflers on. Yeah, here, I've got a spare one for you. Put it on. Go. What? Are you going to put sound mufflers on as it goes up? Or if you hear. Next minute, any time. Yeah, the one to here set this one off. That explosion, it shakes your bloody windows. Have you seen them fireworks
Well,
saying, "Oh, where is it now? The explosion's that bad it can actually shake your windows."
yeah, the world's most loudest
Yeah,
fireworks.
fuck, that'd be. They're like, here, nah, mate, take it. Nah, man, hey, I value where my windows are. I like the house there. Next minute, I was gonna set it off. Hey, your house is there. Well, my house was number one. What's it now? Fifth. What? Yeah, set the biggest firework off in my back garden. Yeah, blew it to number fifth. Blew it to number fifth.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. What was the prize, man? What they need is, right, no word of a lie, to get fireworks banned or calm down or whatever, they need an MP to get shot with one.
Oh yeah, that happened.
They
Yeah,
they
yeah,
need
that happened. Yeah.
someone in government to be shot at a firework or something like that. You could guarantee it'd be changed the next day.
Or royalty, hitting the king, king, queen, whatever, royalty, anything to do with government.
Actually,
As soon as if it hit, because if it hit the king or queen, whoever we get, or like you said, prime minister, as soon as it hits them, they go right. I'm not dead, right? We're gonna arrest that person who's doing it. Probably lock him up for about 2 weeks.
yeah.
Why is in death 2 weeks? We'll change the law on fireworks.
I'll tell you something. Not actually, to be honest, you shot one at King Charles, you'd just be like that. You missed. Hits it away with like some stick or something. Just go, better luck next time, prick. It probably would. From what I've seen on TV, he's got the such more real light. I mean, when he had to sign the thing when he becoming the king, he knocked some ink over. Everyone would be like, oh, he just went like that. He didn't give a shit. Tell you.
It's like time they were younger and someone tried to assassinate when they were younger.
I didn't know
And they just like
that.
looked at him. Literally, the video of it when he was like, oof, when he was younger, like, don't know how old he were, probably
Yeah.
like in his 20s or maybe in his 30s. And he's looking around and he hears like a gunshot go off and he's just staring at it, like, probably getting probably death stare, like that. And he's like looking around, and then obviously people's like gone to surround him, like, protecting
Mm,
everything. And he just stood there like,
prick.
and this is someone said, when they asked him like, do you remember that day it happened? He went, yeah, I remember it very clearly. And they said, what's your thoughts? He went, well, the guy needs to get better in. Obviously, he didn't say it in
Exactly.
that way, but he actually just said it like, well, the guy. He said it. Like, obviously, he didn't say it in that way, but he
Yeah, I
went.
know what you
I
mean.
think he just said like, I think he needs to get better marksmanship or something like that.
Exactly. You won't get out like that. You know, someone shot a firework at Kieron, he'd probably start shouting for his dad, a toolmaker. Dad, make me a wall. Shut up, son. I don't even want to annoy you.
King Charles comes up. Oh,
Fuck off.
peasant.
yeah, peasant.
Yeah, I'll get my mummy's firework collection next minute. Big massive arsenal. But what now?
It's like someone chucks a rocket, he miss. King Charles just opens his jacket, rocket launcher. My turn. Run! Run, Forrest, run!
Yeah, this is for you, mummy.
Oh
Oh,
man,
I can imagine King Charles actually doing something like that.
nah, I can actually
Last,
imagine it.
last thing to be remembered by. That's it.
Mad.
His last little what's it? Last thing to power before he like loses it forever.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, I'd like to see like who like how generations of kings and queens change. Change the country, because I thought the king and queen would change the country. The queen that we had, she helped rebuild the country when World War Two
Yeah,
was over.
exactly,
She actually had to like survive through the World War.
exactly.
Apart from that, what's King? I don't know what King Charles was done, but I know his mum did a lot more than what
He's
he's
just
doing at the
done
minute.
like some charity work.
Yeah, goes out, does some charity work. Yeah, I think he got ill, didn't he? Not long ago. I think he had
Cancer.
cancer. I think, and
Yeah.
so there'll be obviously he had to step aside for that, which obviously
Apparently they haven't
understand.
cured it in time, have they? Apparently he's gonna.
Oh
Apparently,
no.
yeah. I heard. I
Yeah.
mean, this is like TikTok, but apparently they went. Don't make any plans for next Christmas.
Well, I always Google things. Google. I mean, I keep
Yeah.
seeing it on. I keep seeing on Facebook by GTA 6. It's been delayed till 2030. I Google it. So as soon as I see it, I go, "Has GTA 6 been delayed?" And it'll come up saying, "Yes, it's been delayed till the 26th of May,
Yeah.
2026." But I'm thinking, well, why are people saying it's been delayed till that time?
I don't
Why,
know.
it's like when they tell you actors and or celebrities have died, then you Google it,
Yeah,
it's
in
still
the
alive.
end. Yeah.
Why? What kind of if hardcore fans that love actors or singers or whoever, they're going to be like, oh no, he's dead, and then they Google it. You just got the heart racing for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
When
It's stuff.
Liam Payne died, in
Mm.
about One Direction, that were all over the news when he died.
Exactly. More if
So
any celebrity dies, obviously apart from if you can't like get on Google, just watch the news. That's the one thing they will actually report on. But I mean, I've heard that Sylvester Stallone's dead. What you call him now?
Arnold,
Um,
he was supposed to be dead.
yeah, he's supposed to be dead. No,
No, came
from
out.
Shaun of the
In,
Dead. What's his name? Him who
Simon
played.
Pegg is
Yeah, that's it. Apparently he's
yeah.
dead. I'm like, well, they're not dead, you
Well,
know.
supposedly Andrew Lincoln, who plays in The Walking Dead, Rick, he's supposed to have died in a car crash. But when you Google it, it
He's
said
not.
that there's no, obviously there's nothing there about him having a car crash. And
Exactly.
on
It's just a
Google,
lot of.
and I don't know if AI has got that popular. If he is dead, what's he doing that new show that he's done on ITV?
To be honest, going off topic, we've gone off it way mad. We've gone way past time, whatever. I don't even know anymore. Right, but this is actually another topic we could talk about, right? How much do you think AI will take over? Like, I don't mean like Terminator
Not a lot.
or shit
Not a
like
lot.
that. Like,
I don't think it'll take over as much as what people think it will. Because I went to Morrison's in Hillsborough not long ago,
yeah,
and there is a floor scrub machine, and it's not got anyone manning it. It's literally done by computers and AI mappage images, and it uses that is I don't know, some kind of scanning software, don't know if it's AI or what, but it literally
Yeah.
scans it and it'll go around the entire shop, scanning it, like obviously cleaning it, floor buffing it, and everything. And just say you stand in the way of it and go, ha! It'll just go there, just stand there, and it'll switch, and it literally switch itself off, and it'll just go. And it'll just literally sit there until you go out there, and then as soon as you walk out the way, it'll just go, oh, okay, and carry on. Now, if someone was, and literally, I said to the manager because the manager was there watching, and he's like sat there, hands on his hips, like going. And I said to him, is that like what's that all about? And he goes, oh, it's so we don't have to employ anyone to work for us now. We can just have that running 24/7. I'm like, so people who want to clean, or anyone who was a cleaner at Morrison's and now probably lost their job because you've got that doing it 24/7. He goes, yeah, goes back in his little docking station, charges up. As soon as it's charged up, comes back out, scans it, goes around, and that's it. I'm
Exactly.
like, I'm like, that is a good invention. How many other shops are going to do it?
Oh,
You know, they've
they'll
already
all do
got
it.
self checkouts
But
in
think they
supermarkets.
don't work.
Exactly,
They
they don't
are
work.
shit. They're going there. Unexpected item in the bag in there, and I put all fucking in. There's no there. Next minute, red light starts flashing. You think, they come. Did. Right. Did. The barcode's there. Scan it. Fuck off, did. Oh, you know what? Just fucking pick it all up and just go to a till.
You scan some. That makes me laugh when you scan a piece of bread. This needs to be approved.
Yeah.
I'm not buying alcohol, you know.
I got improved,
And
right?
they go, what have you got? Okay, Horvis, what is it? Horvis white thick, 50/50. Okay. And then they'll go right, and then they go, right, there you go, it's cleared. Understandable if you're buying alcohol or
An energy
or
drink
like
or something.
you
Yeah.
know,
I
yeah.
bought an
Not saying any
Oasis.
piece of bread.
I bought Oasis. Went to a self checkout. I needed it verified. It's an Oasis, not a bleeding AK-47. I went, it's an Oasis. We need to verify everything now. I'm like, it's not an energy drink. It's just a normal, like, it's a juice. Yeah, but we don't know what's in it. It's a juice. What it will happen if I drink too much of this? I'll piss a lot. I'm not pouring
Yeah,
any.
I might get bellyache because
Exactly, exactly.
toilet.
And then it's like, now if it were an energy drink, alcohol, or cigarettes, or all like that, yeah, you need to do it. But I mean, how long, right? No one, how long do you think you'll need ID before you can buy groceries? You'll go and do your like weekly shop.
When that ID thing comes in, they just go
Oh,
ready.
don't even get started on
Which
that.
I'm not even going to bother about that because
Wait, I need to tell you something about this digital ID when you're finished.
yeah, that's it. I'm not going to say any more on the matter because let's just put it this way: a lot of people have actually said on not on TikTok, but on TikTok and other
Yeah, social
websites as
media.
well. That if people if they say it has to you need to get an online digital ID, a lot of people say they'd rather go to jail first.
Thing is, though, right? Keir Starmer said you're gonna have to have it. There's nothing. It's mandatory. You've got to have it. And then he did a couple of interviews a week later. It's not mandatory. So we
Exactly.
don't need to get it. No, you don't need to. So what was this couple of announcements a couple of weeks ago saying you've got to get it no matter what? If you don't, you'll be found. All this crap. When it comes down to it, we don't really need to get it. It's up to us if we get it. Yeah. Then what is the point of getting it then? But you need to get it. Why do I need to get it? If I don't get this, can I still use my old ID? Yeah. So I can use my provisional license as ID even if I don't get this digital ID. Yes, but you still need to get it. Why do I need to get it? If
What I mean by that is you can still use your online ID, like your passport and your driving license or provisional license or whatever you class as ID now. And then as soon as your passport or your driving license or whatever runs out, they'll go, well, we're not doing paper now. Everything's going digital. You must buy digital ID. You must get a digital ID now. That's what it'll be. Your
Toy
passport
man,
will run out, your driving license will run out, everything will run out. Anything that you, any bank card, any card or ID, anything now that they can class it as, has got an expiry date on it. They'll just go, yeah, use it until it runs out. But when you use it, yeah, here's the form for the online digital ID, and then obviously I've heard it's supposed to control. Obviously, it's not just going to be for ID. It's going to be like obviously banking
that's
and
what I was going
money.
to say. It tracks
So
how
it's
much
like
money is coming in, how much money is going out. It tracks what websites you go on, anything you do on your phone. Apparently, it even is going to record your phone calls. I'd like them to record this call. Go on, please record. Imagine that they go, oh, someone's doing a Discord call. Let's listen to him. After Keir Starmer's listened to us for a couple of minutes, he'd be in number 10 going, am I really that bad? It would be, man. Come
yeah,
on.
call with your mouth and door. Hang on, who's that? Now?
I mean, right, we're going to have to end it because we've gone mad off
Oh yeah, yeah.
topic. Right, but this is the kind of thing, right? I mean, obviously, I know you don't really know much about like the politics news thing, because obviously, yeah, I mean, you know,
Only thing I, only thing I know about politics is if I see like GB News or Talk TV mention it,
exactly,
about
right.
yeah.
But in all the years that you've can remember back to, have we ever had a prime minister that's more or less said, if you say any, in Keir Starmer words, if you say any naughty word about me and start sucking me thumb, I'm gonna lock you up? Have we ever had a prime minister, if you give them abuse? I mean, I don't agree with any abuse on social media at all. But no
Oh yeah,
matter
yeah.
what you do, we've got our own channels. We run a channel together. We've got this one. On social media, you always get abuse no matter what. Right.
Even if you're not on social media, you get abused because you could get like a normal job or you could be working anywhere.
Exactly.
All it takes, all it takes is you to go to work and then your manager, because you're probably like just say you're fresh out of college or
Yeah.
you're fresh out of school, your youngest person, you want
You're
to go
gonna,
and get a
yeah.
job so you can get a bit of money,
There's a
you know.
50-50 chance you're going to get abused at that job because you're the newest
Yeah,
one
because
there.
yeah, and the manager's going to go, because you're young, you don't know much about working life yet. I'm going to pull the wool over your eyes as much as I can
Mm.
until you actually leave or until you wise up and realize that I was talking a lot of shit.
Exactly. So, I mean,
And then obviously, and obviously when you get, and obviously everyone that's experienced it, don't matter if it's you, don't matter if it's your mom, my mom,
no, yeah,
anyone,
everyone.
everyone's experienced getting their job and not knowing how the world of work
Yeah.
works.
Thing is,
And some managers can look at you and go, he or she's an easy target. I'll go for them and I'll abuse them and I'll make them regret coming to work every morning. I'll make them feel like they don't want to come to work and they'll be, when they call in sick too many times, I'll just get rid of them.
exactly.
Yeah.
Thing is, though, when he brung this law out saying that he's going to police social media, a lot of people that know it's wrong. I was one of the people that were like, yeah, it's about time. People on social media who bully on social media, and bully in real life, they got away with it on social media. When he said he's going to police it, I was like, yes, go on, it's about time. And then you find out it's only if you slag him off. So,
Well, to be honest, there's something I actually seen. There was a video on there, and I'm not going to go into much detail about it, but
mm,
basically, it was about Keir Starmer, basically saying that Keir Starmer's done this and he got turfed out of the House of Commons a couple of days ago, weren't it?
yeah,
And it's kind of like and he actually got turfed out. And I left a comment saying, how and they weren't even that bad. I left a comment saying how embarrassed must he feel getting kicked out
Mm.
when he's supposed to be
The
the leader
Prime
of our
Minister,
country.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
5 seconds after I put that comment, TikTok removed it and said this comment's been removed due to not meeting our guidelines. So I put another comment saying, "Unlucky for him, didn't get touched.
Exactly.
Didn't
Thing
get
is,
touched."
thing is though, you can get arrested for slagging Keir Starmer off on Twitter X, whatever it's called. Think no other prime minister in the entire nation, well, actually in the entire world's gone. If you say hurty words about me, I'm going to lock you up,
Well,
mate.
I won't
If
say that. I won't say about the world because there is probably a few people not mentioned. Think about Kim Jong Un. He'll probably lock you up for saying nasty
yeah,
words.
okay
About
then,
him. You know,
okay
the
then.
psycho ones will probably lock you up, and he's probably trying to join same. Try and make country like them.
Yeah, but thing is though, man. Yes, I agree that online bullying needs to be taken like real bullying. He said he was going to do that. As soon as he got that passed, but it's only about me. What? You know, I mean, there's people that say like, I mean, someone got locked up. I can't remember who it were. Someone got locked up for saying, "I always used to vote Labour. I'm not going to vote Labour anymore." After what Keir Starmer's done, he got locked up for 6 months. What the fuck? Someone who's raping, murdering, all like that, and they're getting off scot free because he said and because he slagged
I
him
think I
off.
think I think that law now about saying so about Keir Starmer's kind of been brushed under the carpet a little bit because I've seen literally loads of videos, recent videos on even on Facebook, TikTok, X, whatever you can share videos on, and it's literally in enough every video I see on my news feed. It's rather something about random stuff,
Mm.
and then you'll probably scroll down maybe 4 or 5 times, and then there's a video about someone slagging Keir Starmer off. Someone slagged Keir Starmer off other day about this winter thing with the
Oh,
winter
winter fuel
heating.
tax, yeah,
Yeah, quitting and old people are going to be shivering and that lot.
like he
That
cares.
video was posted. That video was posted about a week ago, and he's done two videos since then, and he hasn't been arrested by police just because he's been slagging Keir Starmer off, saying, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing that, shouldn't be doing that." So I think that's kind of been brushed under the carpet a little because you can't, if someone was gonna, if half of this country in London, and just say all of London hated Keir Starmer and slagged him off, and
Mm.
everyone created a TikTok account or YouTube account slagged him off, London would be like a scene out of Walking Dead. There'd be no one around.
True,
There'd be
true.
no one around. It'd be like the opening of 28 days later. People walking around. Where's everyone gone?
Yeah.
Prisons would be overflowing. There'd be people in cells squished against the door.
It would be.
Faces squished against the door. Let me out. I can't breathe.
It's like, what are you in for?
Saying,
No, it's like, what are you in for? I murdered a family. What are you in for? I burnt a house down with someone in. What are you in for? I said a nasty word on TikTok about Keir Starmer. What the? Tell you, man. So absolutely stupid. It really is.
they probably laugh at you, or they'll probably stick up for you and go, "Yeah, well, we'll look after you because we don't like him anyway." Or they just probably look at you and just go, "Well, it looks like you're gonna have a girlfriend in prison."
In it, man.
So, well, like I said,
Oh,
man, the world's getting shitter and shitter, and for people who promise that the world's going to be better, I'll see it when I believe it.
exactly. It probably it won't happen.
So, as soon as I see it with my own eyes, I'll give you the credit that most people deserve. I mean, I even saw someone yesterday. No word of a lie. When I was coming home from work, I actually saw a Reform UK flag on a lamppost,
Wow.
and I saw a sticker of Reform UK on a bin as well. On a bin, like a little sticker, probably like so that big. And it was just
Oh.
slapped on a bin. And literally, I've seen two bins with stickers on, and I've seen one flag. And even Nigel Farage has even held it up, saying that if you're a supporter of UK, Reform UK, get yourself one of these. And he's even actually promoted selling, like not selling them anyway, but
Yeah.
he's promoted them. Say if you want one of these, I think he did it on TikTok not long ago. He went there's a yellow basket down there. Get one of these. If you're a supporter of this, get one of these. He's opened it up massive. It's probably like same size as a normal English flag. And he's like he opened it up. He says, "There you go. It's got Reform UK in big letters." And then it just says like the website on it, join today and all
Mm.
that stuff. And he even said, and he even looked at cameraman. If you remember, if you want to join, or if you're already a member,
Get one of
share it
these,
around.
yeah.
And he said if the yellow basket's down on this video, go and get one. I actually looked at it, and when I saw one on TikTok, they're actually selling them for £10 at the minute.
Um,
But obviously, I don't know if they are going to be sold out. But according to Nigel Farage, everyone keeps buying anything to do with Reform UK merch. He's always seen pictures of stickers and flags
uh,
being flown in London. There's probably more flags in London than there is around here.
probably. I mean, I'm not gonna
You
buy
know,
one. No point.
no, no, no. Obviously, I wouldn't even. I mean, if I got a flag, I wouldn't even know where to put it because you put it through your window because most people hang their flags through the windows, don't they? You accidentally open your window, your flag's gone.
Like, oh, it's a bit hot. Bollocks. There it goes. Chip. Right, well, that's that fucked.
That's 20 quid gone over into the tree.
Then you try climbing the tree like that. Right, yeah. Oh, fuck it, wherever it goes, just leave it. I can't be arsed. Just leave it, forget it.
Like an episode from Mr. Bean chasing flag round in entire country.
That's what it would be. You get to Land's End, into the sea. Oh, bollocks, leave it, fuck it. Forget it, just can't be arsed, whatever. Let the fish play with it, fuck it. So it
Next
would
minute,
be, man.
so it's next goes all out news. So you killed all fishing fingers. This is a flag being held up. Who's responsible for this?
Shit. It's like, whoever it is a dickhead.
It's got your name on it. Property belonging to blah 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 blah. It's like
Shit.
looks like he's getting a news.
Looks like witness protection. Here I come. Oh man. Tell
But
you.
yeah, the world's just getting mad, and the world just. I
It
think the world's
is.
going to get crappier and crappier until obviously if Nigel says he's going to sort the country out, then we'll give him benefit of the doubt. But if he doesn't, then I mean, to be honest, he's gonna lose all those followers.
Oh, definitely. If he gets in, which I do believe he will get in, if he gets in and he does not do one thing he promised, which has happened before, all them people that have joined Reform UK or support him or whatever, he's just going to lose it. Same with Keir Starmer. When Keir Starmer was running for Prime Minister, he said he was going to do everything. I'm going to do this, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to do this, that, whatever. He said he was going to do everything. He's not done one thing, he said. You know,
Exactly.
party leaders say it and we vote them in and then we find out that they just don't care.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
It's what
And that's
happens.
all. That's all topics I've got today. Well, I've got plenty more, but not for this episode.
Yeah, same me. I'm out of topics, man.
Otherwise, it'll be like a 5-hour live stream.
Mate, I don't even know how long it's been. When we had to I don't even know how long it's been. It's been like, if I that take, I think about 2 hours long, man.
Oh well. I
Oh
guess
well.
yeah, have a good debate.
There we have. But anyway, guys, I think we should end it there, don't you?
Yep.
Right, well, I hope you have enjoyed it. We went off topic a lot. We talked about topics we weren't even going to talk about, but we all talked about them. You know,
I think most people on podcasts they do end they do have a few topics to kickstart it off, and then eventually, as soon as you get the ball rolling, it's just
yeah,
starts going in one direction and it goes up there, and then it goes that way, and then it comes back down.
yeah, exactly. Goes all over the screen. You're everywhere. You start off there. You're all over. But anyway, like I
Yeah,
said, I
it's
hope
like a
you
pinball machine.
what?
Like a pinball machine. Ding ding ding
Yes,
ding ding ding.
exactly. That's what it is. But I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. There we are. Make sure you get a thumbs up. Obviously, make sure you subscribe to the Uncensored podcast. View the videos. If you want us to talk about any topics, let us know in the comments. And we will do some
Feel free to
research.
join.
Ah, or
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 feel to join.
or be free to join. It's up to you. But yeah, I think that's it. So thank you for watching Uncensored, and we will catch you in the next podcast. Bye.